What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fishing with Separate video. Today we're at a new spot that I have never come to before. Should be pretty fun and exciting. We're gonna be going upstream here a little bit. It looks like there's some good holes all the way up and through here. Hopefully we can get ourselves a nice brook trout to do a catch and cook with here today. Let's go ahead and grab our bag and our rod. And let's see what kind of luck we can get here today. Oh, this looks good up in here. Hopefully there's a nice easy way for us to walk up in here. Got my girlfriend here with me today. She's gonna take some photos. Oh, this spot looks so cool. I hope there's some nice deep holes in here. I hope you guys enjoy the new style of videos. We're doing just kind of like a vlog style. I think it's more entertaining this way too. You get more of like a raw feel of things. So it seems like it was well received in last week's video. So I do appreciate you guys watching for longer, and hopefully I can just keep making more entertaining videos like this for you all. Oh, this spot's gorgeous. Take a look. Right here. Now down there it looks way better. But that's actually got some no trespassing signs, so we're gonna go ahead and abide by those. No biggie though. We'll fish up above and find some nice holes. Looks like we might have a nice hole right here. The spot's gorgeous. Let me get you guys on the hat. Let's do some fishing. My biggest concern with coming to these spots all the time is there brook trout in here? That's my biggest concern. Yep, we got a brookie. We got a couple of them. Decent sized ones too. Okay, got the biggest concern out of the way. Ooh, he came for it. He's right here. He's right here in front of me. Oh, he's almost getting it. I'm surprised he hasn't spooked yet. This water's crystal clear. Oh my God. Oh, come on. Fish on, boys. Good brookie, good brookie. Nice. Wait, is this a brookie? Wait. Yes, it is a brookie. Okay, it almost looks like a hybrid. Oh my goodness. This is a good trout right off the bat. Oh my goodness. Oh, if you're wondering why I yanked him out of the water so fast, I didn't want him getting off. Wow, this is like one of the better brookies I've gotten this year so far. Within the first couple of casts too. Oh, that's awesome. He's got a lot of life. Yeah, he's hooked in the eye anyways. So we're gonna go ahead and get this hook out of him. And we'll go ahead and bonk him out. Wow, that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and give him a bonk. Wow, look at him. What a beautiful trout. I'm surprised because in last week's video, some of you may have noticed that some of the brookies were already starting to get the yellow orangish stomach on it. This one does not. This one just has a pure white belly. But wow, look at him. Gorgeous. Perfect eating size. I know sometimes the camera doesn't show the true size because of the fisheye lens. So I'll just go ahead and give you guys a rough guess. I would say this one's about 11 inches. What a beautiful trout. Wow. Yeah, I'll leave him right here for now.
I think it was this one.
It's a little too big. I need one a little thinner. That's this one right here. That'll do. Let's go ahead and get this guy on a stick real quick. Wow. Real nice chunker. That's a nice trout. What a start here. This is the first hole we're fishing too. And there's a couple more in there. Not sure about the size of the other ones. But man, we got a good one already. That's exciting. Oh, goodness. With it being a little tricky too here to fish recently, we'll take that good start. Getting bit. Little one. Tiny one. Wow. That fish was thrashing around pretty good, so if I had to guess, we might not get any more bites at this hole. We might have to keep moving up. That's awesome though. What a good trout to start with. All right, boys, I don't think we're gonna get any more luck here, but that's all right. We secured ourselves a good trout right off the start. Just in case you all want a comparison, compared to my rod here, it goes almost all the way up to the reel, and he's a good chunker. He's a good eater right there. Good one? Oh boy, it looks like we might have a good spot up here. Let's go ahead and check this out. Oh my goodness. Oh boys, we got a nice hole up here from the looks of it. This looks nice. This spot's gorgeous. We got a nice pool right here too. I should probably put my Crocs in sport mode before I end up losing one. We'll cross right over here. I'm gonna fish this pool for sure. I think we might have a new favorite fishing spot here, guys. This is looking nice up in here. Look at how beautiful that waterfall is. Gorgeous. This spot is exciting. We're gonna slowly make our way up over here. Try our best not to spook anything in this hole. We're gonna move nice and slow. Yeah, this hole looks like it could have something too. Set our trout down here. Oh yeah, there's definitely one in here. For sure. Yep. Probably like 4-incher in here. One that's really small. Come on. Thought we were gonna get a bite there for sure. There looks to be like there's 2 small ones in here. We'll give it a couple casts. I think that other small one got spooked. But we'll give it a couple casts here anyways. Just in case. Oh, little bite. That's one of the small ones that we saw. I'm really curious about up here at this waterfall. This looks super good. I'm gonna do a little bit of a slower retrieve here. All right, yeah, nothing there.
Right here.
Oh, right here.
Oh, I thought that stick was it from back there.
If that doesn't show how good brook trout blend in, I don't know what will. But look at this rock right here. This is beautiful. This looks like a good lounge spot, like a nice summer spot. Come hang out, swim a little bit. This looks super nice. Now, I don't know if this is going too fast, but there might be a brookie down in there. You just never know. We're gonna have to try it out anyways. Fish on, boys. Nice. Small little guy. We got a little pool here. See, this one has a more orange stomach. We'll set him right in this pool, wet our hand. This guy will let go. Just for a size comparison here, just so you all can tell how big this other one is. Right there, you can kind of get a good size comparison of the size of that other one. Now, this little guy choked this down, so it's going to be a little tricky. Let's wet the hand again. It's going to be tricky to let this guy go. He's very lively. And he choked it. Oh boy. Oh man. I don't know. This guy might not make it. He choked it down deep. As you all can see, he choked it down. Oh, wait. Hold on. We might be able to let him go here. As long as he's not bleeding. And we can get this out. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to make it. Alright, we got the hook out of him. Let's see if we can possibly revive him. It doesn't look like he's bleeding, but we're going to see. He was out of water for a good minute. We'll give him as much time as he needs. If we can't successfully revive him, then we'll most likely take him too. Come on, little guy. Oh, there we go. Some signs of life. Swam off on his own. Oh, yeah. Nice. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, yeah, he's going to be okay. Oh, that wasn't looking good for a second, but he looked good when he swam off, so big plus there. All right. Now, if he was able to bite in this fast water, that means that there's got to be another one that will too. Oh, there was another one. Yep, he was a decent one. He was probably an inch bigger than the other. Yep, getting bit. We are getting bit. Let's try over here too. This water's running pretty decent through here, but not as bad. Let's see. Nothing. There is a couple of them in this hole though, which is a good sign. Fish on. This feels like it could be a good one. He's a little bit bigger than the other. Let's find our little pool of water over here so we can try to let him go nicely. Nice. I would say that this is maybe a little bit smaller than what I'm usually keeping. I know, close to the same size actually. Oh, he choked it down too. Oh man. These poor guys. They are choking it down. Oh. Alright, come here, little guy. Let us get this surgery done. He's gonna hurt himself if he doesn't stop. Let's see if we can revive this one too. This one wasn't out of the water for as long, so let's see how he does. All right, he's swimming. Swimming very slow though. Keeping a quick eye on him. Looks like he's a little disoriented. He looks good in the water though. That trout wasn't bad. That was maybe a little bit bigger than the second one. Still a decent size. If I was at one of my other spots, I probably would have kept him, to be honest. But here at this spot, considering we caught that nice good one over here, I think that's what we'll try to beat. If we get one that's bigger than him, we'll keep him, but if not, we'll just let him go. We already got that nice one, so we don't really need to keep any of the smaller ones. We already got our insurance policy for today. Oh, this is so exciting though. What a beautiful spot to fish. I don't know how I have not come to this spot yet. It's actually really close to some of my other spots, but somehow I've managed to avoid coming here. I don't know. I was wondering why our spinner wasn't working. We're a little tied up from that last guy over there. I really am curious if there's any more in here. Oh, we had another one. We had another one. Oh, there's so many in this hole. It's crazy. We're getting bit. Fish on. Oh, no, he came off. He came off. Oh, this spot is a ton of fun. Holy. Getting bit. Fish on. Oh, did he come off? He came off. He came off. Oh. All right, there's a ton of them in here. There's probably at least 10. If they're biting like this, I'm just gonna keep fishing this hole until they stop biting, and I might make my way up these rocks, check out what's above a little bit further. So right now with the cast I'm doing, just to keep you all informed on how I'm fishing this, I'm casting right in between these two falls. I'm letting it sink a little bit. We just got bit. And then I'm just doing a nice slow retrieve. I'll do it again right here. All right, right in the middle of those two, letting it sink and reeling it in. Bit. All right, we're getting bit, and then they're not following through. It could be that there's a bunch of small brookies in here that just aren't biting it good enough. All right, this one might be the last one at this spot. All right, I don't think the other ones are gonna bite anymore. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna explore a little bit. We're gonna check out some of the rest of this creek up in here. I'm real curious that if we have this here, what's around this corner up in there? Because I can't see right here right now. So let's go check that out. It's crazy how good this fishing spot is though. What a blast. I do gotta say I'm really impressed with this spot so far, with how gorgeous it is here. It's awesome up in here. We'll definitely be coming back to this spot quite a bit. I just love the way this spot's set up. You can walk in here nice easily, and there's just beautiful holes right all the way up in through here with some really nice trout too. I mean, just look at that. What a fun time out here. You guys got to come out and do this yourself sometimes. It's just so much fun. All right, we came up in here a little ways. We have a big hole right here. I think this is gonna have a big trout in it. I'm gonna cross right here, but oh my goodness, this hole looks massive. It looks super deep. This spot is amazing. We actually have a sign right here. Look, Strawberry Falls is what that sign says. I'm actually gonna get close to it, show you all real quick. Check this out. That is cool. We do have that person's house right over here. They actually have a walkway that comes right down in here. But this spot's cool. We come all the way up in here. There's no trespassing signs, so hopefully the owner doesn't come down in here and kick us out. But this is one of my new favorite spots for sure. So let me get you guys on the hat. Let's see if we can catch another good sized trout here. I think what we're gonna end up doing, I might fish this spot, maybe some of these other ones. And once we fish these spots, we might go ahead and head on down. I don't want to cause too much commotion because those people's house is right over there. Good fish. Nice. I knew we were gonna catch something at this hole. It just looked so good. Oh my God, this is another nice brookie. Hold up. We might end up keeping this one too, boys. Oh, this is a nice trout. He's got so much life in him. He's barely hooked. We might actually let this one go and let him thrive up in this hole. As much as I want to keep him, he's barely hooked, so yeah, there he goes. I usually only eat one trout anyways, so we're gonna let him prosper up in there. I want to leave some fish for when we come back again sometime this year, or maybe even into next year. All right, there's got to be another monster in here somewhere. Nothing on that cast. There's got to be another good one in here though. I have that feeling. I don't know, we might not have another one up in here. I'm gonna let it sink a little bit. We'll slow retrieve it in. I'm not getting any bites after that last one. Hopefully it didn't spook the others off. Oh, we got snagged. I'm gonna get a different angle here. I wanna be able to see up in here a little ways too. I think what I'm gonna end up doing as well is I might actually check out, some of you might know the nwfs app. I might check that out and see what we're working with, see where the property lines are. Because it could be too that we'll be all right over here. I'm also just letting this one sink in this hole, and I'm just kind of jigging it a little bit. Just in case there's something hiding down deep. All right, let's go take a quick look up here and see what we're working with. Oh yeah, we got multiple falls all the way up and through here. We'll take one quick cast. Right there. I doubt there's anything in this hole, but you never know. Nothing. But I will say, there's multiple good fishing spots up in here. I might actually go get my we're gonna go up further. We're just gonna do it. I wanna see what's further up in there. I wanna fish it. And we're probably gonna do our cook up in there too. That way we're far enough from this person's house. I think it's gonna be a good time. We got another beautiful falls up here. We decided to come a little bit further up. I actually see a property marker up there, which means that we're not close to anyone's house over here. So I wanted to kind of get away from those people's house just to avoid the annoyance if someone comes down and starts bickering and stuff. So we got one really good hole up here. We'll fish. Maybe we'll catch another keeper. But I do want to do our cook right up in here. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to show you guys this spot. All right, we walked up in here a little bit further. But check this rock out right here. Tell me it wasn't destined to do a cook right here. Just a perfect flat surface. I'm gonna stick my trout in the water while we fish. So we have a nice rock right here. Nice and flat. Perfect for a cook. Doesn't get much better than this. We got some nice little holes right here. Let's get you guys on the hat, see what kind of luck we get here at this spot. Not gonna lie, this is the best brook trout fishing I've seen all year. It's catching multiple nice sized trout. We got a nice deep hole right here. Fish on. Within a couple casts. I'm gonna let this one go down here at this hole. I don't want to cause a disturbance in that one because I know there's a better one in there for sure. He gobbled it down pretty good. Again. If this isn't proof in the pudding about how good these Panther Martins are, I don't know what is. Oh, he's spitting up his dinner too. He's not making it easy for us. At all. He's being a pain in the butt. Needing to sit still for a second so we can get the hooks out of him. And off he goes. Beautiful. This is so cool. I'm gonna leave our pliers out of our bag for now. Because I know for sure that we're probably gonna catch another one in this hole. And I bet you we're gonna catch a better one than that. Wow, I'm surprised we didn't get bit on that cast. Ooh, almost got caught in the tree for a second. This is the most beautiful fishing spot I've seen this year so far. Hands down. We're gonna change the angle of our cast here too. Looks like we got a deep hole that comes right in here. Getting bit. That one's a small one, but there is another one in there. Huh? Up there? All right, we're gonna keep making our way up. All right, we're gonna keep making our way up here. I'm not sure how far we're gonna go, but we got our fish down here at our cooking spot. We're definitely gonna come back down further we'll do the cook down here, but I'm real curious as to how good the fishing is all the way up in here. We're really kind of exploring and doing a catch and cook up in here. And it's just so nice up in here. We're just sheltered away from everything. There's just that one house over there, but we're really out in the middle of nowhere. Just having the time of our lives out here. But at this point, I'm just rambling. So let's go ahead and get you guys back on the hat. I see a pool right here I want to fish. There's many pools up in here. There very well might be something in here too. I'm just gonna drop it down and we'll jig it. See if we get a bite. Not seeing nothing. Might be running a little too fast right there. I know you all probably hear the running water. That's why I have to kind of talk pretty loud. Look at this up in here. It is so beautiful up in here. Oh yeah, we got some nice pockets up in here. So it looks like up in here, boys, we got some dammed up area, but it looks like it could be good up in there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna save that for another video. Whenever I come back up in here again, we'll make our way all the way up in there. We'll do a nice adventure. We'll have a good time. But I have a fish already that I'm willing to cook up. And we already had some fun at this beautiful spot. I think it's about time to do some cooking. We might take a couple more casts on our way down. And after our cook, we might hit some of the holes on the way down too, just in case we missed any nice trout. But the cool part is we definitely could have had a 2 trout cook here, but this one is definitely enough for me. It's gonna be plenty enough for us to cook and eat here, without a doubt. All right, we got a nice setup here. I was gonna do the rock back there, but this one has a nice flat surface here. I think it's gonna be really good to do a cook right here. Problem is the rock's kind of slanted, so it's gonna be a little tricky. I could just sit on the side or something, no biggie. But it's really flat. That's what I like about this rock here. Got beautiful, nice. We got a really nice background here that we can look at while we do this cook. So I think that's what we're gonna set up here. That's not a bad setup there. At least we got some of it in the background. I wish there was a way I could get the falls in the background, but take the wins you can get, I guess. It's actually pretty decent right there. Now before we get too ahead of ourselves, we gotta go ahead and gut this trout out. I'm just gonna go right back there and finish this up real quick. All right, let's give it one final wash off before we, actually let's go ahead and put the slits in it first, and then I'll do a nice wash off of it. But we just wanna make sure we get those slits in there so we can avoid curling as much as possible. I think it's time to sharpen the old knife. It's starting to get a little dull. I usually don't bring a towel, so I'm just gonna use my shirt to dry it off. There we go, look at that. Beautiful brook trout. Got the slits in it ready to go. But one thing I want to go ahead and do is I want to get the stove started, get some oil getting hot in this pan. That way the oil has a little bit of time so it can get real hot and cook this trout nice and evenly. Oh, kicked it down a little too low. That's pretty nice and flat. Let's go ahead and get some oil up in that pan. Doesn't take much, just enough to keep the trout from sticking. Make sure that oil is nice and spread out in the pan. And while that oil gets hot, just throw a little bit of the Slap Your Mama seasoning. Throw it right up on there. If you all haven't watched last week's video, I highly recommend you do. It's actually the first time I tried Slap Your Mama seasoning was in last week's video. And was it good? And if you don't remember last week's video, we said a little goes a long way. So we're gonna be sure not to go too heavy on the Slap Your Mama seasoning this time. We're just gonna put just enough in there to give it the flavor. I do love this seasoning though, oh my goodness. It was super good last week's video. Throw that seasoning right up on there, very nice. See if that, oh yeah, it's good enough. Just making sure it doesn't curl, just putting a little bit of weight on it. That way it just gets a nice natural memory of laying flat. Yep, that's good. I'm gonna throw a little bit more seasoning on the top. Quite a bit of it came off onto my hands, so. Just wanna make sure we get a nice even coat of seasoning on both sides. I can't wait to try this seasoning on chicken too. I've never tried it on chicken. Well, that looks so good. I'm actually gonna probably try to take a seat right here while we cook this. This trout is looking and smelling phenomenal. Now one thing I do like to do, I don't know if anyone else likes to do this as well, I like to cook it on the back for a little bit as well. It just The back meat is a lot thicker than the rest of it, so I like to go ahead and cook it right on the back as well. It just helps the whole trout cook a little bit faster. But this trout's cooking super fast already as it is. And my battery life's actually getting a little bit low, so I might kick off a little bit here pretty soon. Just to finish cooking this trout, I want to leave myself enough battery so that you guys can see me take a nice big bite of this trout. It's going to be delicious. We're just going to go ahead and give it one more flip. Oh, it's gorgeous. Let me get you guys a quick look. Look at how delicious that trout looks. Ooh, this is going to taste good. I actually just flipped it. I might kick the stove off here pretty soon. Let me just try taking one of these fins out. When those fins come out and it comes with the bones, you're usually pretty good. But I like to be pretty cautious. I like to just cook fish as long as I possibly can without overcooking them. All right, we just gave it that last flip. We're gonna kick the pan off. This trout's gonna be so good, I can just feel it now. I'm actually really excited to taste this trout without overdoing the seasoning this time, because it was super good last week, and that was with quite a bit of seasoning on there. So this time, without overdoing it, I'm excited to see how the flavor is. All right, well, in the meanwhile, I'm gonna cut the camera off. I'm gonna let that trout cool down. I'm gonna clean up my area so that we're ready to hike on out of here as soon as we're finished eating this trout. So it's gonna be 1 second for you, a couple minutes for me. See you guys then. All right, I let the trout cool down for a good while. We picked everything up around here. Only thing that we have left to do is to eat away at this trout. Now usually I just leave my fork connected to all this, but I kind of want to take it off, instead of having to battle with the fork and the spoon. Ooh, all that back meat just came right off. First bite. See how it tastes. Oh man. Ooh, that's good. I think I actually did the perfect amount of seasoning, because it's not too strong, but it's just strong enough to get that flavor. Yeah, I think that's the perfect amount of seasoning right there, because it doesn't overpower the flavor of the fish. It just adds on to the flavor. It's super good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this backbone and just get all the bones right out, or get all the meat right off the bones here. Look at that meat just falling right on off the bone. Look at that. Throw that right on over there, leave it for the animals. The tail somehow stayed connected. Throw that over there. Take that fin right on off. Finger looking good, boys. All right. We still have some bones in the meat, but not nearly as bad. That's a good piece right there. Oh, that's good. Still a couple leftover bones, but a little bit of calcium never hurt nobody. That piece has quite a bit of bones in it right there. This seasoning is hands down the best for trout, though, without a doubt. It's already almost gone, too. They ain't messing around here today. Without a doubt, I think this is my favorite catch and cook that I've ever done here today. This spot was phenomenal fishing. It's like every hole we went to, we got bites, we got nice fish, and we got a beautiful brook trout to eat up. Cannot complain. We will be coming back to this spot for sure. There's beautiful views too. This bite has a ton of bones in it. I kind of failed at taking this one off. There we go. And we polished that fish right off. That seasoning is so good though. We literally did the perfect amount of seasoning. I love the little bite that it gives you with that Slappy Mama seasoning. And boy, it's just phenomenal. But I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. We got to hike our way out of here. So thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video. If you made it this far to the end of the video, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. But thanks you guys so much for sticking to the end. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me. Helps the channel grow to more people. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the support. And we will catch you guys in next week's video. Alright, see you later guys. Wow. That water is straight chocolate milk. I was hoping we could come get a video here today, but it's definitely not happening here at this spot. I don't know where we're gonna go. Some of you might remember this spot here. This is all new. This used to be just one bank that went right down in. You could walk right in there. This is all new, ginormous stone they brought in here. That's a problem. Some of you might remember me saying, well, I always say it in almost every video, about how the flooding is just taking a toll on my fishing spots. This spot's no different. This spot just got completely demolished. I don't know what we're gonna do. My camera actually came with this sticky pad, so I guess I'll just stick you all there, and we're just gonna have to drive around here. We've just been getting so much rain here. It's actually just been a huge problem. The flooding is just really making it hard for me to get videos out to you all, so hopefully this video we can get something done. Fingers crossed. I'm probably gonna have to drive to a whole different town just to get a video done for you all today, but if you all are just here for just the fishing and the catch and cook, you can feel free to skip to that part. I might leave in a little bit of us kind of exploring around here, hopefully being able to find a good spot where we can fish and get something done. Alright, well, I've driven to the next town over. We're pretty much out in the backwoods on a dirt road here. I've actually come to this spot a couple times this year. This is the new spot to this year, that is. But I've come in here a couple times already this year. It's a super good spot. But we're gonna check it out. Hopefully it is not completely destroyed. Hopefully we get lucky and it's not destroyed. If this spot is also wrecked just like the last one, then what we'll end up doing is we're actually going to probably go close to where I live, and we'll fish the river that's close to my house. And that river through there is only catch and release, but I think that river is pretty nicely maintained right now. The water level is not too high, so worst comes to worst, we'll just do a catch and release video today. I'm hoping we can get a catch and cook done here at this spot, but if we cannot do it, we just can't do it. So let's keep our fingers crossed this hole's good, and we're gonna check it out. We're just gonna go ahead and leave the truck running real quick. We'll take a quick peek over these rails here, see if our roadside hole is all nasty or not. Hopefully we can see it from just up here. Okay, I'm looking down in there. It looks like we're good. It looks like it's not too murky. It actually looks a little clear. The hard part is we gotta walk through this tick infested mess here just to get down to this hole, but we're gonna have to put on our boots. We already got our pants on, but we'll throw in our boots so we don't, we have a lower chance of getting a tick on us. My boots are still super wet from last time I got them soaked. But I realize I have a black rooster tail tied on right now. But I think we're gonna switch it up. I bought a couple new Panther Martins. So we're gonna tie those on. I think a Panther Martin will do better here. Add a little color into it. One of these days, I will get a new pair of boots. Mark my word. I'm gonna stick that in there. We've outgrown this bag too, big time. Oh, I'm super pumped that this spot's not ruined. But we have to hope and pray that we can get a nice eating sized brook trout out of here. We might have to go down through the woods a little bit, test out some of the other holes if we don't get luck out of this roadside one. We might make our way down through there anyways. But I'm gonna go ahead and tie this on. I'm gonna try to save some of the battery life on the camera, and we'll go on down and see if we can get something done. All right. Oh, it feels good to be by some water today. I love getting out of work and just coming to some of these holes. It's always a good time. I'm gonna make my way over here. Yeah, the water's a little dirty, but not too bad actually. When I looked down here, I was like, oh, it's semi-clear. But this is actually very, very clear. Water is running really good too. We get bit? Yep, we got bit. Little bite. We might have to let it sit for a second too to get down to a good level for these trout to see it. Ooh, that was a good trout. Oh man. He almost hooked up. Little one. I'm just gonna brush myself off real quick just to make sure I don't have any ticks on me at all. Good one. That was a good one. He was missing it though. He was completely missing it. I'm gonna try really fast retrieve. That one didn't get any attention. A little too fast probably. I'm actually gonna go super slow. I think these trout are having a little bit of a problem here. Yeah, we were getting bit pretty good. All right, yeah, I was getting a lot of bites going slow right there. That's what we're gonna do. Oh man, we're getting bit, but I don't think they're very big. I mean, if they're not completely annihilating this, then I think they're just small brookies, maybe 5 inches or so. Oh, yeah, see, we're getting bit. But every time I set the hook, they're just not taking it down fully. Oh, we had one biting us. Wow, okay, right as soon as I started retrieving it in, they were biting it. Fish on, boys. Oh no, not creek chubs. No. Oh man, that was a big creek chub. That was huge. Oh no, don't tell me this hole's been overtaken with creek chubs. Not good. I do not like seeing creek chubs in here. This is a very good brook trout hole. Fish on, boys. I think this is a trout. This has to be. Oh yeah, this is a trout. Nice. He's barely hooked on the lower lip. Is he gonna be an eater? I don't know if he's gonna be an eater or not. Let's get him up. Oh yeah, he's an eater. He's an eater for sure, I think. Let's see. I think he just looked smaller in the water. Let me wet my hand. He's trying to make his way back to the main river, or the main creek. He's almost getting there too. He's a squirmy one. He's almost getting away from us. He's still got a lot of life to him. Oh yeah, he'll eat. Beautiful colors. He's just about the right size to eat. Plus, it's been a while since I've had a nice trout, so we're definitely keeping him. He's right on the edge of being able to eat him or not, so he's right there, so we're gonna keep him for sure. There we go. Not very big, but I want a trout meal. I actually have some Slap Ya Mama seasoning that I've been wanting to use, so he's gonna be our tester. I'm hoping we can get a bigger one here, but if not, we have secured ourselves a little meal. I'm gonna leave him right here in the water while we do some more fishing. But nice. Woo, we got ourselves a trout, boys. Took us a while, but we got it done. Oh, I'm super happy we were able to get that done. The fishing here has been really rough. What is that? What is that over there? Is that a mink? I think that's a mink. Oh, what do we got? Wait, what? Whoa. Wait. What in the world just happened? There was something on that was tugging. I don't know if we just caught a mink or what. Whatever it was, it came off, and then we had a fish biting us. Hold up a minute. Okay, but there is a mink over here. I'm gonna keep an eye on my trout because that mink might come over and try to steal our trout. But a mink over there, wow, he was in the water too. Oh, that was a good trout, that was a good trout. He was hooked up for a second too. He probably won't bite again, but that's crazy. Fish on. They're sitting over on that other side. Another trout. I'm gonna try not to handle him, so let's take our pliers out. Oh, yeah, oh, there he goes, he came right off. Nice. I thought we were gonna have to wet our hand for a second. I think we're in a pretty good area over there. All right, I don't know if we're gonna get any more bites here at this hole or not. We'll try over to this right side too, just in case. I'll give it a couple more casts before we go ahead and head down a little bit. We'll try some of these holes down below, just in case. I am very curious if we're gonna have any nice trout down below. We're just gonna be careful traversing down just in case there's some tick infested areas. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any more bites here. Looks like our trout is still here too. That mink may not smell them yet, but we gotta keep an eye. Those mink, they'll come right over, they'll steal it right from you. Hopefully he's not a vicious one either who will be willing to attack us for it. All right, I'm not seeing nothing. I wanna find a good stick that we can use as a stringer real quick. This one looks like it could be semi-decent. Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. Not too bad. It's crazy how much wildlife is at this hole nowadays. Now there's creek chubs and there's mink up in here now. Hopefully the mink eats up some of those creek chubs. Those things are dirty. All right, let's move our way up in here. Like right here looks really good, but I was just casting from up above and there wasn't anything in there from the looks of it. We'll try casting from a different angle here though. Huh. Water might be moving too fast. Let's go ahead and grab our trout here. We'll keep on moving up. Luckily it's mostly moss through here, so it's not too bad to traverse, and I'm not too worried about ticks. As long as it's nice and mossy like this, we shouldn't have too much of a problem. But I do see this little hole here might be able to produce something. I'm thinking right around underneath that tree there might be. Oh yeah, fish on. Oh, there's multiple. He came for it as soon as it hit the water. There's a couple of them in there. They're sitting right in where it's a little bit slower. No way, that was a decent sized trout. If only we could get him to bite again. I don't think he will, he was partially hooked up. Oh man, that's a good cast. No bite though. I don't think he's gonna bite again. Oh, bummer. All right, we're gonna have to keep moving down. That was cool though, huh? Oh, see what we can find down here. This looks like it could be decent, depending on how we cast it. There might be something lingering in here. Oh yeah, it looks good, but we got to be careful not to snag. It's looking the best all the way across there. Yeah. We'll probably try up here where the water's running a little better. We'll let the water carry it a little bit. Ah, yeah, it's a little too fast. This spot had potential if this tree wasn't downed here. But I know I've walked down in here before and I've had some luck right down in here. But I don't like these ferns that are sticking up. I'm just being careful not to go too high in them. This hole looks like it could be good too. Yeah, this looks nice. Let's keep our fingers crossed for a big one here, boys. Fish on. Little one, I think. Yeah, just a little guy. We're gonna let him go. Let me navigate where it's a little easier. Try to keep him in the water. Let's wet our hand. Yeah, he got it pretty good. There he goes. Right off he goes. This hole did look really good. I bet you there's another one in there, but he was the first one to bite. This water's running pretty fast through here. All right. I think we're gonna grab our trout and keep on moving down. I might go across over here. We have someone's house right over there, and even though there's no trespassing signs, I don't like to be too close to people's homes. I like to respect people's privacies when I can. So I just want to probably cross. I'm gonna get my boots wet anyways, so it's whatever. Might as well just go ahead and get it wetted out of the way now. But I think I'm gonna cook down in this way too. Oh yeah, look at how good this looks. Hold up. This looks too good not to have another trout in it. Like what? No way there's not another trout in here. It looks phenomenal, but I mean, I guess if there's no trout, there's no trout. Nothing we can do about it. But this right here looks good too. This looks really good actually. I'm gonna set our trout over here. I'm gonna walk in the water so I can get a good cast. Try not to stir up the water too much. Oh, this spot looks really good. There's gonna be one in here for sure. Oh yeah, we got bit. Little one, casting it further down. Nothing. That's a surprise. There's no way there's only that one small one in here, right? Uh-oh. We're a little snagged up here. There we go. Good fish, good fish. Good brookie, good brookie. Best one of the day, by far. Don't come off, don't come off. Oh no. You got a snag for a second. I don't want to lose him. Get him up on the bank somewhere. No, we're caught up in a tree. No. Oh, there we go. Get him up on the bank. Oh, that's a good one, boys. That's a really good brookie. Nice chunker. Best one of the day. Oh, yeah. Oh, this guy has like a weird lump on him, right? Does that have a lump on it? He's feisty. Let's get somewhere where it's going to be easier to take care of him. He's definitely the better of the two for sure. I want to get this hook out of him so we can get a better look to see what that lump is. It might just be the way I'm holding him, but I definitely want to test it and see it before. Oh. All right, let's take a look real quick. Okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with this trout. I'm just crazy. All right, let's go ahead and give him a bonk. We're keeping him for sure. This is the better of the two. Let's find a good rock to whack him out with. This is a nice trout. Nice. Look at that trout. Nice. I think that lump that I was seeing is my finger pushing up on his guts. But that's a nice trout. You see this little hump on his back? He was a nice chunky trout. Real nice. Boom, boys, let's go. Nice. Let's grab our other trout real quick. Get him on the stringer. We'll compare the sizes. Oh yeah, look at him. When you hold them side by side, he's got just maybe a ½ an inch longer than the other one. But look at the thickness when it comes to having good meat on them. This one right here has way more meat on him. Nice. Boom. That's what I'm talking about here, just so you guys can get a size comparison, like compared to my head, obviously, because the fisheye on the camera makes it very difficult to justify the size of the trout. So with the fisheye, most people only see a small trout. But another way you can compare is if you see the size of my hand compared to the size of the trout. That's another way you can probably tell the size if you don't have like a tape measure or something. But I know a lot of you sometimes will say this man's catching and cooking minnows, but that's not the case. Brook trout do not get big as they are unless you go to like a nice big pond or something. But in a nice creek like this, that one's a good sized brookie, and I'm surprised we caught him in here. But what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more fishing. I'm feeling some sprinkles coming down, and I don't want to get caught in the rain cooking a trout. So let's do a couple more casts. Let's get these trout prepared, and then we're gonna cook them right here next to the creek bed. Oh, I'm so happy to finally get a video though. This past 2 weeks has been really hard to get a video for you all, so it feels good to finally get a video that I can get out to you all. Hopefully I can make it all up to you all by hopefully getting a couple more videos. Maybe an extra one a week or something for the rest of the year. But I also need to stock up on videos for the winter time so that I don't have to take a huge break. But I'm rambling now. Let's get fishing a little bit longer, sprinkling a little bit, so let's get it done real quick. Some of you might be able to tell too, it's gotten darker here in the past couple of minutes. It must be that there's a storm cloud coming over top. As long as it doesn't start thundering, I think we'll be all right. So I know there's another good hole down here a little ways, but I do not want to waste much time if we have some rain coming in. I just want to finish fishing this hole real quick before we start cooking. All right. I think that's where we're gonna finish the fishing off. I think we gotta find a nice spot to do a cook. We gotta clean these trout up, get our pan out. I just gotta find a good spot to do this cook as well. All right, well, it's still sprinkling, so we do have a chance of rain here today. But I think if we go ahead and get this cook done and we do it nice and quick, I don't think we're gonna have a problem. We'll go ahead and get this stove out. One thing I forgot to mention is the reason I'm using Slap Your Mama seasoning today is because I actually had one of you comment and tell me that I should use some Slap Your Mama seasoning. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and give it a try. So if any of you also have any seasoning recommendations, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll probably use one of your seasonings. I do like to switch it up every once in a while. As you know, Dano's is currently my favorite, but it'd be cool to just keep going and have different favorite seasonings all the time. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. So definitely, if any of you have recommendations, let me know for sure, because I'll most likely go buy the seasoning and use it. All right, before I kick the stove on, I think I'm actually getting pretty low on butane. I got very little left, so hopefully we can get this done today, and I need to remember to buy another butane tank. So let's go ahead and get our knife out. I'm not going to show you guys how I got my trout this time around. If any of you are new and you want to know how I got my trout, you can check out some of my other videos where I do it. But what we're going to do here, I'm actually going to take the bigger of the two trout. I'll take the smaller one home with me. But I'm going to go ahead and gut this over here. We'll get it all cleaned up. We'll get some slices in it, get our seasoning, and we'll get cooking this trout up here. This is a very awkward cook. There's like nowhere good for me to cook this trout. So I'm kind of just squatting here, you know. It's whatever though. Let's go ahead and let the pan start getting hot. Get some oil in it. There we go. Start getting some oil hot in this pan. All right. Brand new bottle of Slap Your Mama seasoning. It smells really good. I don't know how I've never had this seasoning before. Close that up. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm gonna turn the heat down as low as I can get it to go. I don't want to have a bunch of smoke go up to these people's house over here. I like to try to stay nonchalant if I can. I don't want people coming down here and just, you know, ruining the time I'm having down here. I like to just kind of stay in a nice quiet place where I can really enjoy the sound of the water and the sizzle of the trout. That smells good. I think I'm going to throw a little bit more seasoning on there. Oh, this looks so good. I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on the hat while I cook this so you guys can see all the cook that's happening. Oh yeah, look at that. Still wanting to curl up on us a good bit. But that's alright as long as we can flatten it down. I'm keeping it right in the hot oil there. Making sure it cooks nice and evenly. See, we're still having a little bit of smoke, but it's not too windy. We got the people's house right over here, so I don't want to draw attention over here at all. Hopefully this trout cooks pretty quick so that we don't have them come over. Trout's actually cooking really fast. What we're going to do too while this cooks, we're going to get everything put back in our bag, except for this stuff here. We got our other trout, which we can stick over there for now. But we'll get our oil, our seasoning. We'll stick that right back in here. We don't really have a whole lot to clean up here. Luckily, this trout smells really good. It's gonna be done here in a couple minutes. I think actually what I might do is I might end up kicking this stove off because it doesn't need much longer. It's already peeling away from the bones, if you can see here. Meat's already starting to flake right off. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take the stove off here. We have a daddy long leg coming on over here too. We'll let our pan start cooling down here. It's starting to smoke more, we don't want that. But luckily it's not burnt at all, it's done perfectly. Oh, look at that golden brown that is. Oh, it's perfect. We'll let it simmer and cool down right there. We'll go ahead and wash these off, get everything else situated while that trout cools down, and we'll get ready to eat it. Well, there's no real easy way to eat this either. I kind of have to probably sit right on the wet ground. Even then, I'm almost like sitting in the creek, so yeah, I just got my butt all wet. I underestimated how hot our pan was gonna be. I burnt my hand right on the handle of this pan. It's right, we're still gonna eat, make the best of our time here. I'm probably just gonna have to eat just like this. Let's go ahead and get a nice bite here. Well, there's the first bite, ruined my bite here. Take the bone out. Check that out. It's a beautiful bite. Oh my God. Oh. Ooh, there's a kick. Whoa. Okay, that's good. Alright. This is better than Dano's. Oh. Okay. So when you take your initial bite, you're just hit with a ton of flavors. Taste amazing, and then within a couple seconds you start getting a little zing, but it's not too spicy. It's just a little bit. Oh man, that's good. Oh, I'm almost speechless. I don't even know how to describe how good this is. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. One thing I am noticing, a little goes a long way. I didn't need to put that much on it because it's got a lot of salt on it. But I do like a lot of salt anyways. But I could use just a little bit less seasoning. But still, that flavor is phenomenal. Oh man. We gotta flip this trout over here. Oh my goodness. Whatever viewer recommended this to me, you are the best. That is so good. Get this fin out of here. I'm actually kind of sad that I didn't cook that second trout. If it was a little bit nicer out today, I might have cooked that second trout. With this seasoning, boy, is that good. Clean bones. That is so good. Holy smoke. That is good. New favorite seasoning, hands down. I got the zing in my mouth still. Oh, it's so good. I can see why this was recommended to me. It's that good. But the trout's all gone. I'm gonna have to get up to the truck here. It's starting to lose daylight. So I think this is where we're gonna wrap the video up. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video. If you made it to the end, make sure to comment down below. I appreciate all of you who are viewing these videos and subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me that this channel is growing to more and more people. I have so much fun doing this, so again, thank you guys so much. I can't say it enough. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in some separate merch, check the link down in the description below. But anyways, I'll catch you guys next week's video. See you later, guys. Today, we're at one of my favorite brooks to fish. There's always a lot of brook trout up in here. The goal today is hopefully to get a nice brook trout catch and cook done for you all. The water's a little bit murky, but I can still see to the bottom, so it shouldn't be a problem here today. Now, I've never fished this section before, so I'm pretty stoked to get casted in here. And hopefully we can get some good luck. Hopefully we can find some nice deep holes. But I think that's gonna be enough rambling on. Let's get you guys on the hat. Let's see what kind of luck we can get here today. All right. So I got my boots on today. The ones with the holes in them. Still haven't managed to get a new pair of boots yet. Hopefully soon. Now it looks like we have a little brook that runs in here and meets in with it over here. Now I want to get a good look. It looks like we have a lot of trees down up in here. Hopefully that will not be a problem. I'm also hoping we can kind of get a glimpse. It looks like it's really good up in here. It looks like it might be tricky though with this tree being down. Maybe I can get a cast up in here somewhere. It does look really good up in there, but this is tricky. I don't know. This looks like I'll get snagged. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go maneuver around these trees here. Yeah, let's get right up in here. Perfect. I'm gonna cast right over in here. Move slowly through these down trees here. Yeah, this looks really good. All right, first cast here. Oh my God, good one. Oh my goodness. That was a good one, that was a good one. Oh, please be another one in here. Oh my God, they are coming for it heavy. There's a couple of them in there. There's at least 3 decent size in there. They keep missing it. Oh man. See if I can get a better cast up in there. They're just attacking it so fast. Let me get a different angle here. That cast seemed so good. Why are they not biting? Could be because of the murky water that it's a little hard for them to see it. Wow, I'm surprised. Honest to God, I'm surprised. They might have spooked. Yeah, I think they might have spooked. Oh, that was a stupid cast. Ouch. Well, we got that out, but it shot back like a rocket and just nailed us right in the arm. I was honestly expecting that to break off. I was not expecting it to come flying back. That's the risk of trying to break it off. Surprised it didn't. I'll give it a couple more casts here, and then we'll go check above before we head back down. It looks like we have some good real estate down below, but I always like checking upstream first. And that thing really drilled us right there. Man. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there now. Not sure how many of these little holes I'm gonna try before we move on down, but I'm seeing some pretty decent ones. Fish on, boys. Nice brookie, nice brookie. Oh my goodness. He ate it as soon as it went down. Is this a brookie? Get him up on the bank. Nice. That's an eater. Regardless, that's an eater. Wait, this looks like a brown trout. It is. This is a wild brown trout. No way. Whoa. This is a first in this stream for me. Hold up. No way. He's a squirmy one. I want to get this hook out and then we'll go ahead and put him out of his misery. Wow. That is crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and give him a bonk real quick. Put him out of his misery. Let's give him a quick wash off. Wow. Look at him. What a beautiful wild brown trout. This is a first for me up in this little stream up here. Whoa. He's a decent eater size too. He's perfect. That is crazy. That is not what I was expecting here today. This brook through here is one of my favorite brook trout streams to come to, and it's always full of brown. It's always full of brook trout through here. So to catch a, I mean, just look where I am here. This is very small, very shallow, and to catch a brown trout up in here, wild. Now here's the thing. All the way up and through this brook here used to be stocked by the Fish and Game, but it hasn't been stocked for maybe, boy, I don't know, maybe like 10 plus years. You can actually see a sign. Maybe I'll get a shot of the sign before I leave. You can actually see a sign where it talks about how they stocked up in here, and the sign is super old. That is crazy though, to have brown trout still up in here competing with the brook trout. Absolutely crazy. Wow, that's gonna make good dinner for me right now. That's great. Oh, I love it when I can come out after work and just get some good luck fishing. It's awesome. But we gotta get a stringer going. Maybe we can catch another trout. But that's definitely an eater, not what I was expecting up in here. Let's see what we can get going. This actually looks like it'd be pretty good. It's like an old vine. This actually worked pretty good as a stringer. What a beautiful trout. Gorgeous. Wow. The colors on him. I don't know if the camera's getting the justice on it, but just, it's so crazy the difference in look of a wild brown trout versus stocked. It's the same thing with the rainbow trout. It's just not what you would expect it to look like. That's crazy. I want to get him in the water though, so we can keep fishing here. That is crazy. I just want to point out too that I cast it in there, and before I could even retrieve it in, he had it in his mouth. He wanted it bad. It makes me wonder if there's another trout up in there. I highly doubt it, because that was a pretty decent sized brown. I think he was in that little hole himself. Yeah, he had to have been alone. I think I'm gonna leave our trout right there. Well, remember, he's right there, because I think I want to go a little bit down before we head up. This looks like it could be really good right here too. Hold up. It's tricky to cast right here. Let me get a different angle. Some of these spots are super tricky to cast at. I see a little hole underneath a rock right there. Nothing came for it. I think I'm gonna go up around this bend, because then I can kind of see a little bit further up and I can see what we're working with. All right, let's keep on moving up. Looks like it could be really good right here too. Very tricky to cast at again. Maybe we can do something here though. Yeah, it's a little too tricky to cast right there. Right here looks pretty good. Nothing. That's a surprise. Oh, we got bit, we got bit. I don't think it was anything big. Maybe it is, I don't know. A bunch of small little minnows there. Right here looks like it could be pretty good. If we can just cast just right. Got that undone. Just a little snag up. This hole looks like it could be promising. If I can cast it just right, we might be able to get something pretty good here. Just need to angle it right up in there. Nothing. Oh, we just had one come right out from under the rock and slam it. I think that was a brook trout. It's always the rocks that don't look like they would have anything underneath it that have something. All right, I think we're gonna make our way down. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna save up above for another video, because I'm really curious how everything looks up and through there. So we'll definitely save that for another video. And we'll fish the rest of the way down here, because we got plenty of real estate to try out. Let's grab our brown trout here and we'll get moving on down. What a beautiful trout though. We do still have this tree spot down here too where we were getting bit. Maybe we can get one of these trout to bite us. I can't remember if I tried right here too. Let's give it a try real quick. And nothing. Usually you would see at least a follow on the first cast with a small hole like this. Oh my God, that was a big trout. That was a big one. I saw him. Oh my goodness, come on, come on. Bite us, bite us, bite us, bite us, bite us. Oh, I saw the shadow. I think that was bigger than this one. I don't know if I'll be able to cast exactly where he is. Oh, that's a good cast. Okay, hold on. That was a good trout. That was a really, really good trout. Let's see if I can cast just right for this. Being super careful. He didn't bite. Picked up the speed a little bit on that cast just to see if he wanted something moving a little faster. Nothing. All right, I'm thinking the bigger trout are down this way. I think we might be able to get a nice brown trout just like this if we just make our way down a little bit further. Let's see, how did I make my way through here? Yeah, right up through here. So I haven't fished these pools down here yet at all, and it's definitely something we're gonna try. I just want to make sure we navigate this properly. Like this hole right here looks really good. I think we're actually going to catch something right here, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, for sure. Watch this. I can tell just by looking at it, there's got to be something in there. But if I had to guess, I think he's on this left side. Really? Nothing? Wow. Whoa, whoa. All right, yep, there's one in there. As soon as I jigged it, he came for it. He got us tangled up here. All right, let's see if we can jig for him again. All right. We got nothing there. That trout's not biting us. All right, what I'm thinking is I might cross right here. We got more of a beachy area where I can traverse a little bit easier. I just want to be careful to not get water in my boots. See if I can manage that. Yep, there we go. All right, off we go. Let's traverse our way down here. That's crazy. I hope we can catch another brown trout. Brook trout's my favorite to eat, but brown trout's my second favorite. Last, obviously, being rainbow trout. I'm not a huge fan of rainbow trout when it comes to eating. I would much rather have a brown or a brook trout. This tastes better in my opinion. Right here looks really good though. The way this tree is though, we might have to jig it. Let me try casting up. It looks a little too good for nothing to be right here. I just saw one. A little guy, I think. Yeah, this hole's a little too tricky. We might move on from this one. This is the hard part about fishing after like flooding or after severe storms, is just all the down trees make it so difficult. Some of the best holes are just covered with down trees. But right here looks like it could be pretty decent too. Let's give this a try right here. Oh, little one. Little guy. Oh, he came for it. I might actually try to slow that down. I think we got his tail flipping out of the water. We definitely do have a fish in here who wants it bad. Maybe we can catch him. We might have to move on though, see if we can find another good place. I might even try jigging it right here, to be honest. He might be a little spooked. Is that a trout that I see down in there moving around? Yeah, nothing there. All right, we're gonna keep on moving. I'm also keeping my eye out just in little pools like this. Sometimes they'll just be sitting right out in the open. Before we move too far down, I'm seeing a little bit of a deep spot here, right next to this big boulder. Yeah, nothing there. I think no matter what, we're gonna have to keep on moving down. Only problem is that we have to cross somewhere again. And I'm thinking maybe we cross right over here. If my boots didn't have a hole in it, this would be a whole lot easier, but sadly our boots have a hole. And this does not look very fun to cross right here. I don't know how sturdy this rock is. It's pretty sturdy. There we go. Let's keep on moving it. By the way, I'm using my new camera today. We switched up from the GoPro, and now we're using a DJI Action 3. So let me know down in the comments below how this footage is turning out and if you guys like it or not. Luckily it films in 30 FPS, or luckily it films in 60 FPS. So if anything cool happens, we can slow it right down and get some cool shots. Alright, let's get down in the water here. I think we might have to get our boots wet. Might not have a choice. Set our trout down here. Fish on, boys. Nice. This looks like it's a brook trout. Wait a minute. No, this is a rainbow trout. Hold up. Let's get him up over here. Nice. We're gonna let him go. He's not too big. Not quite an eater size that we're after. But look at this guy. Hold up, let me wet my hand real quick. Look at him. He's not very long, but he's a little chunky little guy. There he goes. Right on off. I don't know where he went, but he came right on off. I just realized too that we are a brook trout away from having ourselves a trout slam. I honestly think we can make it happen, to be honest. Only thing is I think to catch a nice brookie, I think we're gonna have to hit those holes down there, which means we're gonna have to traverse these rocks, I think. Which I don't like that idea very much. Traversing big rocks I am not a big fan of. But we might have to do it for the video. We just gotta be super careful not to slip and fall. Oh yeah, it's crazy up here. My hat clip is not working very well for this hat that I have on either, so I gotta be careful because it could fall off any moment and I don't want it smashing off any of these rocks. Let's traverse through here. Nice. All right, we made it. Camera's intact. All right, let's catch us a brook trout. We need this trout slam. First ever trout slam on video for this channel. Nothing on that cast. This hole's not that great. I definitely see some better ones down here. Like this hole here looks pretty good. I don't know why, but I have a weird feeling that we're gonna catch another decent brown trout. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I don't know, it's just a gut feeling. Whew. There's been multiple snags this video that I have somehow managed to get out. This knot has got to be getting weak here pretty soon. I don't think it's gonna take much to snap it off when the time comes. Oh man. One of these holes is gonna have a brook trout in it. Either that or another brown trout. I'm feeling it. This hole's moving a little bit too fast, I think. Might have to keep moving down. Ooh, right here looks like it could be good too. Maybe not. It's a little bit harder than I thought. When I was driving by these holes, they all looked really good. But I don't know. They're just not quite as good as they looked by the road. Wow. I'm honestly shocked. Again, just being super careful moving along these rocks here. I might try casting right up in here. It's gotta be something. Man, this Panther Martin keeps getting tangled up in itself. It's almost time to retire this Panther Martin. I've been using it for most of the spring and summer season already. And the paint's chipping off and it's had a rough life, but it still catches fish, clearly. So, I don't know. It's not quite time for retirement yet. Let's keep on moving down. I'm not going to go too much further down here. simply just because I'm gonna have to probably walk the road back to my truck, and I don't want to get caught in too tricky of a spot to get out. Luckily the road is literally right here. This is literally as roadside as it gets. But I just saw a nice hole right here. Oh boy. Come on. Give us some luck here. Give us some. Oh, there we go. Fish on, boys. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's feisty. Oh, he's feisty. All right. Nice. Is this another wild rainbow trout? Okay. Wow. I am very confused here. He is squirmy. Let's go ahead and get this hook right out of him. There he goes. Right back in the water. That's crazy. My predictions were wrong. I thought for sure that we were gonna get either a brook trout or another brown trout. I thought that the rainbow trout was just an anomaly and that we weren't gonna catch another, but there we go, another wild rainbow trout. That's crazy. And it's funny because this same creek here is the same creek that I have caught so many brook trout at. I mean, I've made countless videos of all the brook trout I've caught out of there. And it's just blowing my mind that we're catching everything but brook trout. Well, we've caught rainbow trout, brown trout now. Still no brook trout. That's why we gotta keep moving down if we wanna get this trout slam. This is the closest I've ever come to a trout slam, so I would definitely like to get one done right now. Better late than never. Set him in the water real quick. Right here looks really good too, nice and deep. Just kind of jigging it in the water here. Nothing. I'm gonna actually do a pretty far cast here. I'm gonna bring it all the way up. Huh, maybe the water's running a little too fast here. Yep, nothing here. We're gonna have to keep moving. Luckily, we haven't moved too far from the truck yet. We still got a good ways we can go for a good walking distance to the truck. But to make it easier, we definitely will walk the road back to my truck, and then we'll come on back down to the stream and do a nice cook. Stream side. Nothing here. Keep on moving again. All right. Right here looks like it could be really good. Set our trout down. Ugh. The water almost swept our trout away. Come on, there's gotta be a brook trout in here. Come on. Wow. Not even a bite right there. Huh. These little pools are some tough fishing, I'll tell you. It's very difficult to traverse these spots. Along with, oh man, this is crazy. I'm actually kind of glad these big rocks are here because it's making it a little bit easier to traverse. If it was just like a bunch of brush and a bunch of other junk, it would make it near impossible to traverse this through. I'm not gonna come much further down in here though. As much as I don't want to give up on the trout slam, it's just getting a little too tricky. It's getting hot and we're not getting any bites right now. These holes are getting smaller and smaller and more shallow. All right, we'll keep on moving. Not gonna go far at all. That's why. That is why. The camera fell off the hat, which is not good. Luckily, it did not crack on the rock, so we're good there. But the audio might sound really bad right now, so just bear with me. The audio shouldn't be bad for too long. All right, this might be the last hole here. If we don't catch a nice brook trout here, then I don't think they're way down in here like this. I think down here it might just be wild rainbow trout and brown trout. That might be it. I mean, I guess I do want to test this big hole down here, and that'll be it, because The rocks are getting more and more difficult to traverse, and we don't have a whole lot of daylight left. I'm gonna cast it way down. Oh, we got a trout. I just saw a trout come for it. Let's try getting it back out there. Oh, he bit it again. Oh, come on. Just bite into it good this time. And please be a brook trout. He didn't bite that time. But I'm kind of glad he didn't, because our lure's all messed up, which is a shame. See if maybe we can get something here. No, he's not biting. All right, so let me just give you guys a little update here. I see someone upstream standing there watching us. And if I had to guess, I think he's gonna be a male Karen, because he looks like a male Karen. He's staring down at us and he has his hands on his hips. So let's call this one right here the last cast, and then we'll go up and see what that guy wants. I think he's calling us over there, I think. I don't think we're gonna have any luck anyways down through the rest of here. So that's fine anyways. Hey. Hello? Oh! You know what's funny? Yeah, I see you. Can you hear me? Hang on, I'll come right up, okay? 1 second. All right, well, here's something funny for you all. What I thought was a male Karen up there watching us was actually my girlfriend. That's a funny story. That's a good one for the video right there. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. I thought for sure that it was gonna be a male Karen. Oh my goodness. From so far away, all I saw, because I only peeked out the corner of my eye because I didn't want to give any attention, but all I saw out of the corner of my eye was someone with their hands on their hips. And then I get the phone call from my girlfriend saying, look over to my right. That is funny. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to tell her this one. That's hilarious. But I'm gonna go ahead and walk over here, and the camera will cut back on when we continue this cook. What a gorgeous brown trout. That is awesome. Now the next thing I thinking about here is that I might just do the cook right here on my truck bed. It's nice and flat here, and it'll save us from having to walk back down there. So we're just gonna do our cook right here. All right, I was thinking of the best camera angle for this, and that's about the best I got. But this should work out pretty good, actually. Since we're not by the water, there's some stuff on this trout. There's like a bunch of gravel and stuff, so hopefully I have a bottle of water in my truck, or maybe in my girlfriend's car because she pulled up. So hopefully I have a bottle of water just to wash this trout out. I'm just going to do a typical gut on this. It's one I usually do on all my videos. So if you're new, you can check out some of my other videos on my channel, and I show exactly how I gut my trout. This is a pretty simple gut that most people do. You might be able to actually get a gist of it just by watching me do this. This guy's got some serious teeth on him. Ouch. See, just like that. That's the one downside to gutting your trout like this, is that the teeth can sometimes get you, like it did with me. Let's see if I got a bottle of water. Alright, even better. We got a little bit of water here, and I actually got some napkins too. So what I'm going to do, push this bloodline right on out of here. Take our water here, get all that nasty stuff out of there. We'll take our napkins, got a bunch of the slimy stuff all on there. I'm just going to wipe some of that slime coat off. You can leave the slime coat on and it will be just fine, but I prefer to have the slime coat off of it. Just a personal preference. I don't like slimy things. It's just not my forte here. There we go. I'm going to take these guts and I'm going to throw them out in the bushes there. Now we are going to do a couple scores of the meat here just to keep it from curling. This road is pretty busy today. Crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and get our cook stuff out here. I need to get another one of these tanks. This one's about empty. Hopefully we have enough to cook this trout. Let's grab all of our seasonings out of here. We need our olive oil. Now let's go ahead and season this trout up. Actually, let's go ahead and get some oil hot in this pan first. Grab our utensils out of there. Let's start getting some oil heated up here. Doesn't take much oil. just enough to make sure it doesn't stick to the pan. Adds a little bit of flavor in there. Boy, this is actually more level than I thought. Let's go ahead and season it up with the Dano's Original. I'm almost out of Dano's too, so I'm going to have to get some of that at the store as well. I like to do both sides and on the inside as well. Make sure to pack it into some of those slices. One thing I forgot to do is I forgot to cut the head off here. So let's go ahead and do that. Throw this in the back there. Actually, I'll throw that out in the woods because I got to go do some errands after this. All right, that oil should be nice and hot now. Let's go ahead and get that right in the pan. Already starting to curl. I'm going to go ahead and switch you guys up to the hat now so you guys can see this cut go on. Hoping my hat clip doesn't fail me this time. Oh man. Look at it getting nice golden brown already. What a beautiful wild brown trout here. It's awesome. Got a bunch of seasoning on the bed of my truck here now. Wanted to turn it down just a little bit more. Man, just look at that golden brown. It's already wanting to flake apart, which is great. I have a feeling like this trout is going to be delicious. Get some of that oil up on there. You can never go wrong with a wild trout when it comes to cooking. It's just so delicious. This trout should be done here shortly. We'll let it cook a little bit longer on both sides. Make sure it's fully done all the way through. The smell is great. We still got a while to go here, especially on the backbone. The skin's coming right off, but I need to cook it on this back side a little bit. Stick it right up on the edge of the pan. This skin right here is going to be delicious. Some people like the skin, some people don't. Personally, I like the skin, so we're going to keep that piece of skin right there. I'm going to go ahead and kick this pan off because it's super hot. We need it to cool down just a little bit. Boy, this road is busy. I don't think I've seen a road this busy in a long time. Oh yeah, that's coming right off the bone now. Go ahead and flip it one more time. Just 100% make sure it gets done. Boy, does that look good. Oh man. I honestly wish I had some more of this water left. I could have been drinking it right now. Throw it in the bed of the truck. We're gonna have to clean the bed of the truck out here pretty soon. One more flip just so it doesn't burn one side. Look at it just come right off the bone though. Oh man, that pan is still super hot. While that cools down, let's go ahead and pack our stuff up here. I'm gonna take my boots off so we can enjoy this trout thoroughly here. Go ahead and stick our rod in here. All right, let's go ahead and stick our shoes back on. So now that we have this camera and the GoPro, my plan is to use both cameras to do videos. I didn't do it this time because this is kind of just my trial run with this camera. So I wanted to test it out first, and then once I get the settings down packed, we're gonna use both cameras. We're gonna have a bunch of camera angles, and it's just gonna up the quality of the videos by a lot because we're gonna have two cameras going. All right, this pan is still super hot, but I wanted to take a couple bites here. Oh man. This trout is phenomenal. We got a little fin here. There we go. Ooh, man. This trout is so good. I don't know. This might be the best trout I've had so far this year. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh man. Flip this trout over, get a couple more bites of this side here. Boy, that is good. Super hot still. Boy, is that good though. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this trout up. We're running out of time in the day, and I still got stuff I gotta do tonight. So thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video. It means the world to me. So thank you guys so much again for sticking to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video at any point in time, please make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps this channel grow to more people, and it means the world to me if you guys would do that for me. So thanks again so much, and we will catch you guys in next week's video. All right, see you later, guys. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fishing with Separate video. Today we're out in the woods enjoying a good time. I'm here with my girlfriend today. She's gonna be taking some pictures. But we have this nice covert spot. There's a nice roadside fishing hole behind me. Oh, we might be able to get some good luck today. We've had a lot of rain here recently, and actually a lot of the cities and towns around me got flooded out. So it's been pretty tricky. Luckily, we were okay in the flood. But I was wondering how it was gonna be fishing today, but it looks like it might work out just fine. So I'm just gonna get to a nice spot we can cast from. See what kind of luck we can get here today. All right, the water is a little dirty looking, but I got just a nice black and yellow Panther Martin spinner here. Ultralight setup. Hopefully we can get a nice brook trout to catch and cook here today. See if we can get, oh yeah, this looks really nice in the water. Let's see what we can get here. Nothing on the first cast. Oh, we have a small little brookie. That was just a small little guy. He was really small. Oh, fish on, boys. Fish on, that's a good brookie. That's a good one. Very nice brookie. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's feisty. He's real feisty. Oh my goodness. He's got some energy, boys. I do not have my net here right now. Let's get him up on the bank. Go, go, go. Nice, nice, nice. I think this one might be an eater. Anyways. Let's see, let's see. Nice. Yeah, he's gonna be an eater for us for sure. He's not too big, but he'll be good enough. Boy, he's got some energy though. Let's go ahead and grab a rock over here. We'll bonk him out. Nice, boys. We got some early luck going here. Real nice. He choked that spinner down too. He got it good. We kind of had to keep him anyways because he got hooked in the gills. All right, let's go ahead and try to get the hooks out of him real quick. Yeah, he got it real good down in there, boys. There we go. Got that all taken care of. We got some early luck here, boys. That's what we've been looking for. Oh man, nice. I want to get back out to where we were casting from. I just got to be careful because I still have this hole in my boots. I'm hoping we can get another nice one in here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's a monster. That's a big one. That's a big one. Oh my goodness. That trout was huge. Oh my goodness. Boys, if we can catch this trout. That trout was massive. Let me loosen the drag a little bit so we can give him a little bit of playing room if he bites on. All I saw was a big shadow, boys. I want to try to get somewhere where he might be. Ooh, little one. Just a little guy. I do have my pliers right out, so I'm gonna do my best to not even handle this trout. There he goes, boys. There he goes. I want to get that big one that's in here. He's a monster. If we're able to get this big one out of here, oh man. That one could eat, I don't know. The way that one looked, the shadow, it looked like it could have been like a 3-pounder. Oh, we're getting bit. That big one's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good trout, boys. Maybe about the same size as the other one. Maybe a little bit better. Walk it over here. Ah, goodness. Oh yeah, boys, this is better than the first one for sure. Nice. Now, one thing we are gonna do today, which I usually don't do, we're gonna try to catch our limit. My mom actually wants to eat some trout, so what I'm going to do is try to catch our limit here today. Get some nice brookies to bring over there for her. Let's go ahead and bonk him out. Get him somewhere where we can easily. Oh, there we go, folks. Brook trout number 2. I actually need to get a stringer going. Especially if we're gonna catch our limit here today. I usually just use a nice stick. This one over here looks pretty decent. There we go. So here was our first one here. They're both actually about the same size, but the second one is definitely fatter than the other one. I'm gonna set them right here in the water. Try to wash ourselves off here in a second. All right, let's get back over into the water here. Woo! I got so much water up in my boot right now, it is crazy. We aren't gonna be here too long. My girlfriend actually already went back to the truck because she saw a tick on herself. And ticks are no fun, so I wanna make sure I don't have any on myself either. There's a lot of Lyme disease ticks in my area, so gotta be very careful. If you have ticks in your state, make sure to use a tick repellent, and always be sure to take a shower or either just get in the water at some point when you get home, just so any ticks that are on you wash off. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay here to fish, but it probably won't be too long. We just had a nice trout biting us right there. I'm gonna try letting this one sink just for a little bit. Big fish, boys, big fish. Nice brookie. Oh my God, this might be the big one I saw. Nope, but this one's really nice. Oh my goodness. Best one of the day, best one of the day, for sure. Get him up. Nice. Nice, got him up on the bank, boys. This is another good keeper. This one's the biggest one of the day. Oh my goodness. Nice. Oh, this is a nice trout, boys. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes. Oh man, this is a good one. Oh my goodness. Best one of the day for sure. Oh my goodness. He's a squirmy guy, that's for sure. He got us all tangled up here for the most part. We're gonna have to bonk him out pretty quick. He's a lively one. Let's get him a wash and get him on the stringer with the rest of our trout here. Oh yeah. Well, our stringer broke. Dang. This one is a significant amount bigger than the other ones for sure. Yeah, check that out. Really nice. Oh, let's go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Woo. Well, folks, we are racking up the trout today. They are biting us good at this spot. Honestly, when I first came out here, I was kind of predicting that I wouldn't catch anything, just with the flood waters and stuff like that. But it turns out that the water rushing through here like crazy just is making the trout bite like crazy through here. Now, I said I wanted to catch my limit. Now, I do believe the limit is 8, but just to be certain, I know for sure that it was 6 last year. So we're just gonna go with 6 this year if we end up catching 6 of them. But for sure we're allowed to keep 6, so that's what we'll stick with for now. So the floodwaters that came through here was actually the depletion that came through from Hurricane Beryl. It came all the way up into the northeast where I'm at, and it dropped heavy rain all through here. So I'm actually kind of glad that we're catching some good trout here. I'm probably give it like, I don't know, 4 or 5 more casts here at this spot. And then I might take a couple casts right here at this little bend area. See if we can catch anything down below as well. Oh, fish on, boys. Little guy. Oh, he came off. Good, good, good. He was a small little guy. Nothing that we were gonna keep for sure. All right, we'll do 2 more casts. I'm gonna let it sink down so we can get down to where these trout are probably hunkered in at. These trout are for sure sitting low. They're sitting very, very low. All right, last cast up here at the big hole, and then we'll move down just a little bit. I'm not gonna stay too much longer. The thought of ticks is not sitting well with me right now, so I'm not gonna stay too much longer. I lied, one more cast. All right. I'm actually gonna leave our trout over here because I'm just gonna navigate on this little island here. I'm gonna stay out of the forest just in case there's ticks up in there. Not getting any bites down there at that little curve. So I think what we're gonna do, we'll take a couple more casts up here, and then what we'll start doing is we'll start cleaning up our trout. Because I don't think this is gonna be a long video at all. I think this might actually be a short one. I was worried that I wasn't gonna get a video this week at all, so the fact that we can get a short one is good enough for me. The rest of my spots are all pretty dirty, and the muddy water is making it pretty difficult. Even if we just get a short video up for you all this week, that'll be good enough. We just had a fish on, boys. He came off though. Dang. All right, we're gonna do 1 or 2 more casts. And then we got to start looking for a good spot to cook up our trout. We stopped getting bites here at this hole. I've seen some pretty nice trout come up and play around with it a little bit, but we're really not catching anything else, which is fine. I want to leave some trout up in this hole anyways. So we'll call this one the last cast, and we'll try to find somewhere good where we can do a nice cook. But I really don't think we're gonna get any more luck. Not here at this hole, at least. I'll try one little cast here at this mini hole and see if we can get something to come and play real quick. That's funny, I see a bunch of little trout. That's funny. All right, let me see. Let me take a look where we can cook here. So just with looking around here, I'm not seeing many good spots where we could cook. Most of this creek through here, most of it is just nice wood forest through here. I mean, it's gorgeous. Take a look around me here. I mean, we're just out in the woods. So, I mean, it's really hard to find a good spot to do a cook. I might just take these trout back up to my truck, and I might just do a quick cook at my truck. Or maybe I could take them home, one or the other. But either way, I don't think we're gonna get a cook done down here. It's just too tricky. And I'm pretty ready to get out of here with knowing that there's ticks around here. So I kind of want to just wrap it up. So I think what we're gonna do, I'll grab the trout, we'll make our way out of here, and I'll probably just do the cook at the truck. We'll do a nice good cook with some Danos on it. So let's go ahead and hike our way out of here, and we'll cut to us at the truck probably cooking this trout up. All right, folks, well, we were kind of parked on an uneven surface, so I decided to come home, and we'll just go ahead and do this cook right here at home. That way we can actually use butter for once, which is nice. We are just gonna use our typical stone, or our normal stove and whatnot. I am using a semi-different pan for once. Cast iron gets a little too hot sometimes, and it's already in my bag. I didn't want to have to clean it twice if I could just grab a pan from inside the house. So here we go. So this video is going to be done a little different. So in most of my other videos, I've made a lot of quick cuts. So my videos aren't like my old catch and cooks are only like 25 minutes or so. This one might end up being around the same time because I just did less fishing and whatnot. But I'm avoiding doing quick cuts this time around. Just going to kind of let it play out. And there'll be longer clips in this one without the cuts in it. So that's something that's a little different. And if you guys end up liking that better than the quick cuts, let me know down in the comments below. I like getting feedback on these videos so that I can do these videos better and more entertaining for you all. So if you all have any recommendations of things that can improve the quality of the videos, let me know down below. But I think what we're gonna do here, I already gutted the trout out, and I actually took the bigger 2 and I put those in the freezer so I can give those to my mom and dad. So we got the smaller of the 3 here, which is fine, but we're gonna put a couple scores in the meat here. We're gonna take the head off. We'll save the head for my dogs. This trout is wet. There we go. It's actually kind of nice cooking at home because I actually have like utensils and paper towels and stuff like that. So sometimes it's nice coming home doing a little cook. It doesn't always have to be by the water, you know. We're gonna toss these plates over here, the paper plates. Have to wash that knife. This trout is definitely a lot smaller than the other ones, but take this head right on off. I think this is actually the first trout we caught there at the hole today. All right, let's grab the Danos. You know, hopefully one of these days I can get sponsored by Danos. That'd be pretty sweet. I've been using their seasoning here pretty religiously for this year so far. So if anyone from Danos is watching, hit me up, or I'll hit you guys up, because we use Danos over here on this channel, I'll tell you. And it's almost time for a new bottle as well, so. Oh yeah. I forgot to put some on the inside here. I always go pretty generous with the Danos as well. Alright, let's get the stove kicked on here. We're done with the Danos. Alright, let's go ahead and kick the stove on here. Yeah. It's almost time for a new tank as well. Just go ahead and let the pan get hot. So usually, let me move this. So usually when we're out in the woods and out on the creek beds and stuff, usually I don't have butter, but since we're at home, I can use nice real butter. And butter just makes a trout taste so much better, so it's nice that we can use butter for a change. I'll kick the stove down as low as I can go here. But this is ready for the trout. Butter smells so good. I love real butter too. Anything cooked in real butter is just magnified way better. I really do. I say this almost every week. It's like I'm a broken record, but I wish you all could smell this trout. Let me get you guys a look here. Looks so good. And as per usual, this is a good moment to say thank you all again for watching to the end of the video. I have so much fun doing these for you all. It's just always a great time. This trout's cooking nice and fast. Up in this butter, we got the Danos. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me. I'm really glad I was able to get a video for you all this week with the flooding and everything going around. So I'm really glad I was able to get this done today. This trout won't take very long, so pretty soon here we'll just get eating this trout and then we can call it a video. I think we're at a good point here where we can kick the stove off. We're gonna let this cool down for a little bit before we eat it. Luckily too, I'm cooking this right on our outdoor fire pit here. So whenever this is all set to go, I can just set it right here, honestly. I don't even need to put a hot pan down because this stove top here, or because this fire pit top here is made for hot temperatures. Take a look at this right here. So one thing I'm pretty excited for too, it might not be in next week's video, but maybe the week after, I actually have a new camera coming in. So right now I am using the GoPro Hero 9, which can do 4K 30 FPS, but I ordered a DJI Action 3. So the color's not as good on the Action 3, but we can get up to 4K 60 frames per second, or even 120 frames per second. So I wanted to do 60 frames per second when I got the Action 3, so that way it looks a lot nicer and crisp for you all. So I think that's gonna be enough rambling on though. I think this trout is ready to go. We let it cool down for a little bit here. There's the first bite. Oh. I'm still gonna blow on it because it might be hot. Yes. Go ahead and take this fin out here. Ooh, that's a big bite. It's crazy how much better it tastes with butter. Man, that's good. Had a little fin there. I might actually just try to take the back right out of here. Here we go. That actually makes this a little bit easier to eat here. I'm gonna floss that piece. There wasn't a whole lot of meat on this trout. That's why we're actually able to eat it so fast. Just like that. The trout's gone. That was good. I think I have half the trout in my mouth right now. I was just shoveling it in. That was so good. Oh man. well, everything's all done here. We got the catch done, we got the cook done. Nothing else really to do here. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys again for sticking to the end of the video. It means the world to me. But anyways, guys, this is another video of Fishing with Sepper, and we'll catch you guys next week. All right, see you later, guys. What's going on, guys and gals? We are back up in the mountains. I hope all of you are having a good day today. I know I'm gonna be having a good day because I love coming up in the mountains here. Goal today is we're hopefully gonna get a nice brook trout to catch and cook. I'm up here with my dogs. Zeus is already up in the water. If you guys are not new, then you already know who Zeus and Rowdy are. But we got some great holes. The water's running nice and fast today. Water's clear, but the levels are real nice. So let's hope we can get some good luck here today. But let's get you guys on the hat, see what kind of luck we can get here today. All right, we're using something a little bit different here today. I have just this little jig. It's actually really bright. I'm hoping that it'll actually get a lot of attention in here. I'm gonna cast right up in that water. Oh, we're just gonna jig it right on through. Oh my goodness, that was a big trout. They're gonna mess it up though. Go ahead, boys. Hopefully I can get them real quick. All right, I'll leave this spot for you and the boys. Go ahead, bubs. Ooh. All right, boys, we're gonna move on down a little bit here. I'm gonna leave that hole for my dogs because they're getting up in there a good ways. One downside right now is that I have a big old hole in my new pair of boots, which kind of stinks because I just got these boots this year. This might be a little difficult to navigate, but we're gonna do it anyways. This looks like it could be pretty decent. The water is really ripping through here though. I might try right here. So just with taking a quick look down here, we don't have any good pools going down for a while. So I'm gonna head back up and we're gonna go up above. We're just gonna have to traverse back up through all this here. It's crazy how much the water is ripping through here. It's actually very loud. Hopefully it's not messing up the audio too much. We got Rowdy waiting for us here. Hey, Rowdy. Hey, Rowdy. All right, boys, we're gonna try in this hole again. See if we can get something to bite here. All right, I'm gonna move up. All right, I decided we're gonna make our way up a little bit. Looks like we might have a couple good pools through here. I love it up here in the mountains because there's so many good holes you can fish. And it's usually pretty easy to traverse. It's not too bad. But it looks like we could have something right here. Only downside is just the water is just hauling really fast. Maybe we'll have something right up in here. I don't think there's gonna be a trout right here necessarily. It's because the water is just moving so fast. I think they might be up in here a little bit further, maybe. All depends on how the water is moving, really. I might just walk up along the woods here. See if we can find somewhere real nice where the water is not hauling as much. Yeah, up in here looks pretty nice. It's not too bad. It looks like it's a little bit calm down here. I'm really hoping this bucktail works out nice. I haven't really given the bucktail too much attention until recently here. I saw Brookie come for it. Just a small little guy, but I did saw him come for it. Maybe we can get one here. Come on. Oh boy, we got snagged. Hopefully we can get this out easily. There we go. We were able to get it right on out of there. So mostly what I'm hitting for holes here is I'm just hitting spots where it kind of calms down right on the side of the water, just like this. We might have just had a bite there. I'm really surprised we haven't gotten any luck yet. I would have thought for sure that we would have had something by now. We're just gonna have to keep on moving up here. This hole looks like it could be really good, but it looks like it would be better if the water wasn't running really fast. But what I'm thinking is maybe over across the way where the white water isn't as fast, maybe there's one sitting over there. We'll keep on moving. What I'll do too is I'm gonna fish this all the way up as far as I wanna go. And if we don't catch anything with the bucktail, then I'll switch to a micro tube or a spinner of some sort. But this right here looks really good. I think we were getting bit by something, but I think it was just small. Ooh, really just not seeing much through here, which is concerning up in the mountains. Usually you can just cast out and one just hops right on your rod usually. So I don't know what's going on here today. We have had a good amount of rain, so that could be the case too. It could just be that the water's too fast, and maybe a lot of these trout were having a hard time with how fast the water was going. But down here looks pretty nice too. We'll try this out. I think I just saw a trout in there. It could be that the trout really don't like the orange that much. But luckily it looks like we have a little bit of a good spot here. There's a down tree, but maybe we can navigate around that. But I see a nice deep hole. The water's not too crazy. Let's see if we can get something. Alrighty boys, we just broke that off. So I think what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna go to a tube. I would like to do a spinner, but I don't think I have any good spinners left. I don't think I have any Panther Martins left. Let's see. Hopefully we don't snag any of our tubes because we're gonna be down to our last jig head here. So I can only tie on one more jig head before we run out. But this should do really well here. We're just gonna rig the jig head right up through the bottom of the tube. Alright, so what else we're gonna do too is we're gonna throw a little scent on here. Because the water's moving so fast and it's not the clearest, I think just a little bit of scent will go a long way here. All right, time to see how this tube will do. Alrighty, we might continue on up a little more ways, or maybe I'll just cross and check out in the middle in between the two. I have made my way pretty far up and I don't have cell phone service, so I can't really let my girlfriend know that I'm really far up in here. We'll just have to keep moving on up though. We're in the search of some trout. We got a nice pool right here. Really nice pool. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Problem is I don't know if there's anywhere good I can really cast from. I might just cast from right here. Hopefully we don't lose a trout because I'm pretty high up here. All right, come on. There's gotta be one in here. Wow. Nothing on the first cast. Fish on, boys. Nice. Oh, he came off, he came off. Dang. I kind of saw that coming. I saw that coming. I had a really horrible hook set on him. This is a really tricky spot to cast from, so I don't know how long I'm gonna stay here at this hole. I'm gonna do one more cast here before we move on up again. I'm trying to decide if I want to go into the middle here, but I'll have to kind of go down and parkour over all this junk. We might just keep moving up through the woods here. I'm not sure how much further I want to go. Let's come right up in here. All right, right here might be the best way for us to get back down, and then I might cross and see what other type of pools we have on the other side of this little split. There we go. We made it across that. Over here is where I'm curious about, because we had a good split. Oh man, yes, this looks perfect. Oh, I'll be shocked if we don't get a trout here. I'm gonna get down on this big rock though. I want to be closer to the water. Keep our net close. I think we're gonna get one right over there. We just had a bite. Man, oh, we just keep missing them. That wind is not helping us at all either. Oh man, this is turning into an epic fail. We just snapped off on another tube. Oh man, man, oh man, oh man. Look at this, we got a cool little fire pit here. I'm just gonna check to see what we got in here. This is all pretty big pools, but it's running way too fast. I gotta see what I wanna tie on. I'm not sure how much longer I wanna keep going up. I might get headed back here pretty soon. I do have this black marabou jig. Huh, this might do actually pretty good. I haven't used a rooster tail all this season yet, and I just found a really good looking natural color. This actually looks like it could be really good for some brook trout. Oh yeah, this looks good. Okay, now I'm pretty stoked. I could have sworn I looked through my bag here recently too, and I could have sworn that I didn't have any rooster tails, but it looks like I was mistaken. I think this is gonna be perfect. I haven't used a rooster tail in so long. One thing that I'm hoping though is I'm hoping we don't snag this, because this might actually be the only Panther Martin I have. Or this might actually be the only rooster tail I have, so I don't want to lose it. But since it is a spinner, it's going to be constantly moving anyways, so it should be easier not to snag this up. I'm actually pretty stoked because I can fish this on the way down too. Might give it a try right here. That was a horrible cast. This pool right here is moving way too fast for a rooster tail. Yeah, I might move up to these other pools. We'll give it a try through some of these bigger ones where the water's not moving as fast. Like right here might do good. Oh, we're getting bit, boys. Okay, we're getting better bites. We might be able to get something done here. All right, let's try this again. All right, since I saw a follow and we had a bite on this, I think now we can actually try some of these other spots out. I don't know if any of these pools are any good, but we might start making our way back down. I'll try some of these pools first though with the spinner in hopes that we can get some good luck. Like this pool here This pool has some good sunlight. This might actually work out good here. Oh, we had a bite. Let's get back out there. All right, we're gonna keep moving down. We have this big pool down here that I wanna try to cast. Maybe that'll work good down here too. All right, I need to cross, so I think I actually need to go back a little ways. Find somewhere good I can cross easily. Let me try right here real quick. Oh, we had a little one. The little one came and bit it. That little one came for it again. Yeah, they do want this way more than anything else. So that means we switch to something that's gonna work, which is great. All right, it's time to go back up in the woods, make our way back to where I can fish some bigger pools. All right, I'm gonna make my way down in here. I think once we get down here, we can make our way down a lot easier. And we'll hit the pools all the way down, see if maybe we can get a nice eater-sized trout. I'm hoping we can, but it's not looking too promising right now. But I think here will be pretty good. Oh, we had one. No. He was in the fast water, so it was a little hard for him to bite it. That was a decent one. That was a decent one. Definitely not an eater still, but we had one that just bit. There's a bunch of small ones in here. Alrighty, we're gonna make our way down now. If I remember correctly, I think we had some pretty good holes down through here. I know some of these spots we went up through the woods, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna hit the woods and we'll actually keep an eye out from the woods. We'll see if there's anything good. This spot looks like it could be solid. It's gonna be tricky to navigate it with a spinner, but it's worth a try. Yeah, there's just not enough room there. There's only one good little pocket where the water's not running fast. So we'll keep moving. Let's get back up in the woods here. Alrighty, boys, it looks like my girlfriend and my dogs are back in the car. So hopefully this nice big hole here had some time to settle down, because I think there's a big one in here. We're gonna try this one last. Best for last, they always say. I think we're gonna get a nice trout here. Oh, we had one, we had one. He didn't hook up good. He was a small little guy. He wasn't nothing to be too happy about. We had one biting us. He kept biting us all the way in. I think he was probably small because he was not getting it in his mouth. Good on, boys. That's a good brookie. That's a good one. That's a good brookie. Hold up. Come on. Oh, this one's gorgeous. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Come on. Nice. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Let's go, boys. Oh, this trout is gorgeous. Oh, he's all tangled up in the net. Oh boy. That's right, he's an eater anyways. We'll definitely keep him. Oh, let's go, boys. There was a good one in here. Let's go. Let's give him a bonk. Oh man, he got us all tangled in the net. Holy smokes. Wash our hands off real quick. Look at that trout right there, boys. We finally got it done. This is a real nice trout. I think this one actually might be a stocky if I had to guess. Yeah, I think this is a stocked trout. So I'm pretty sure this is the one of the brook trout that they stock up through this stream. Nice, boys. There we go. We finally got us some lunch. We'll leave that in the net. We got to get our spinner untied here.
Get it?
Yeah, finally. I had to clip the barb on it. There we go, boys. Look at him. Got a beautiful pink belly on him. Really nice brookie. Nothing too crazy big, but nonetheless, still has some pretty good meat on him for us. So I think what we're gonna do is we're only gonna take a couple more casts, then we're gonna get this trout cleaned up and get cooking. It's getting a little hot out here, so we're not gonna go fishing for too much longer. We're just gonna do a couple casts and call it a day. We're gonna do what we did to catch that one. We're gonna cast right across there. These trout were kind of sitting back a little ways. Oh, we just had another one. I just saw him, he came for it. Let's cast a little bit further down. Oh, little one, just a little guy. See if we can get him to bite fully. Oh, he bit. He didn't get the hooks in him though. Oh, that was a good bite. I was reeling that one a little faster, boys. Let's try that again. Another one. They're just missing it barely. All right, come on. Yeah, there he goes again. Did you see him? All right, boys, 2 more casts and then we're calling it a day. We had some good success. We did get a nice one, so we cannot complain. We do have a trout to cook up. That cast stunk, so this will be the last one, boys. Alrighty, there it is. We had some good success, but now it is time to get this trout ready to cook. Alright, boys, let's take the bag off. Let's go ahead and clean this trout up. And we're gonna do it the typical way that I normally do, but I'll show you all anyways, just in case you're new. I'll show you how I do my trout. Let's go ahead and set our trout down right here real quick. I just want to point out again how beautiful the colors are on this trout. It's got like a pink belly on it, and obviously the pronounced brook trout spots. Use this as our cutting board here. So as per usual, I always go in through the rear end. Always do that first. And what I do is I just cut all the way up till the gill plate up here. All the way up. And then you go in through one side of the lower jaw, go out the other side, cut straight up. Go ahead and take one finger, go right through the lower jaw, and take your other thumb, go right in through the gills here. And just like that, as you can see, the front fins come right out, just with the guts. We'll throw that in there for any crawdads that might be up in here. And then we're gonna score the bloodline all the way up. Clean this trout right on out here. This meat's actually a little pink. This is the first time I've been up in the mountains and the meat has been pretty pink. Must be some pretty good food source up here. Get all that bloodline right on out of there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the head right off so it fits in the pan better. Leave the head right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and make the scores in our meat real quick beforehand. It's gonna do maybe 3 or 4 scores right down the meat to hopefully keep it from curling. There we go. Looks like right here is a pretty flat spot, boys. It's pretty decent at least. It's at least somewhat in the dirt, so I can also level it out a little bit. But let's go ahead and get our pan and start getting some oil hot, and we'll get some danos up on our trout. We're going with danos today, baby. I love that dano. We actually have a nice rock to sit right here on while we do this cut. We got our oil, our pan, our trusty danos. Our fish is over there. We'll go get that in a second. So I want to get the stove kicked on first. Definitely don't need our stove too hot. Let's go ahead and get some oil up in this pan. Oh yeah, stick that right there. Let me go ahead and get our trout. We'll season it up real quick. Here we go, boys. Let's go ahead and get some of the danos. Get a nice little dash on each side. Get a little bit in the middle here too. Oh yeah, that should be plenty enough seasoning on there. Check that out. Let the pan get nice and hot real quick. What a beautiful spot though. It was a tough start, that's for sure. They really didn't want to bite that bucktail, and they didn't want to bite the tube either. But once we got that rooster tail on, it just instantly we got more action. We were getting more bites. They were definitely hooking up better. Get that right up in there, oh yeah. But that rooster tail is the way to go today, for sure. The water's running nice and fast up here in the mountains. We've had a couple days of rain. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but yeah, what a beautiful time up here in the mountains though. It's just gorgeous. I do gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite creeks to fish. There's just nothing quite like coming up in the mountains, especially when I'm with my girlfriend and my dogs. It's just so much fun to come up here, spend some time together, and it's just a good time up here in the mountains. I love coming up here. And surprisingly enough, it wasn't that buggy today, so that was also a plus. Oh yeah, this trout's gonna be good, boys. It's already getting nice and golden brown. Really nice. Well, we'll take our moment here just to say thank you as always. I really do appreciate you guys watching these videos. Pretty soon here, we're actually gonna get monetized on this channel, which I thought it would definitely take me longer to get monetized on here, but thanks to all of you guys clicking and watching, everything's just going crazy good on this channel, so thank you all so much. Just make sure if you do enjoy my channel and any of my content, drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and check the merch down below in the description. It means the world to me, guys, and I love reading all of your comments, so if you guys want to drop a comment down below, definitely make sure to do that. I love just talking with you guys. I reply to almost every comment. I don't reply to the negative ones, but if you guys want to drop a comment, I'll definitely reply to any of you. So thanks again for always supporting the channel. It does mean the world to me. And I think with that, we're pretty close to being done here. I just kicked the stove off. This trout's cooking up real nice. I'm gonna cook that back meat a little bit longer. But let's go ahead and start cleaning our stuff up, and when we're done with that, we'll start eating this trout. I decided to take one more cast real quick. He came off. I don't know if the camera caught that trout or not, but I think that's enough. We did have that one fish that we had on, but he was super small. He wasn't a keeper by any means. Grab our fork and our spoon here. This trout is definitely super hot still, but look at that. Just pull the fins right out and the bones come with it. Get all the fins and stuff out of here. Let's go ahead and take a bite of this trout, boys. The stove is definitely still very wobbly. Bon appetit, we're about to lose it. That is good. Oh man. If you are like, if some of you subscribed last year and you're watching the channel this year, you probably noticed that I've been doing a ton more brook trout videos. That's just because brook trout tastes so good. I prefer brook trout over anything else. I used to prefer brown trout over any other trout, but this year, I mean, look at that. The brook trout's been phenomenal. Oh man, just so good. Woo. There's some good meat on this fish. Oh man, let's give it a quick flip. Ooh, that's hot. Whoops. I forgot that side was on the hot side of the pan. I'm gonna have to blow on it. Oh man, that's good. Damn. Well, I'm gonna finish off the rest of this trout. That's definitely where we're gonna call it a video. I appreciate you guys sticking to the end of the video with me today. We had a little bit of a tough time, but we got it done. But if you made it to the end of the video, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. And this fishing with Separate. We'll catch you guys next week. All right, see you later, guys. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fishing with Separate video. Today we're going to be adventuring this small little brook. We got a bridge up above us here. We're just going to be making our way all the way up in here. We got little pools everywhere. No telling what size trout we're going to get. Hopefully we can get a good one to do a catch and cook with. So we got brook trout all up and through here. So that's gonna be enough rambling on. Let me get you guys on the hat. See what kind of luck we can get here today. So we just walked down right from the road here. I got the micro setup with just a little tube on here. I'm gonna try casting this little hole right here. Nothing in that little hole, boys. We're gonna keep moving up over here. We got a lot of good real estate to fish. So I think we might have a pretty decent hole right here. It's not too horribly deep. Let's see if we can get something. These holes here are pretty shallow. Not much to them. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna have to keep traversing up here. We got a cool little bridge here above us. Some of these holes are really shallow. I don't know if there's gonna be anything in them or not. But sometimes the bigger fish are in the smaller holes. You'd be surprised. Looks like we might have a nice bend here. I've actually never traversed up in here before, so I don't know what we're looking like up above. But we might have something pretty good up there, who knows. I am a little surprised that we haven't even seen a small brookie yet, because I know there is brookies in here, but I am really surprised we haven't seen nothing. Might just have to keep making our way up. Looks like we might have a deep hole here, but I would think that I would see a brookie if there was one in there. One problem I am running into, we have a hole in our boots. My left sock's already starting to get wet, which is really unfortunate. This is the tricky part about fishing holes like this. We have down trees everywhere, and it's really tricky to get through them here. I kind of have to like lay flat through here. All right, this might be something too where I have to go downstream to somewhere I have fished before, because I am not seeing much in here at all. I'm only gonna go up in here a little bit. Yeah, look at this. So this is what I'm not gonna traverse here. There's just too much down trees. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my way back. And me and my girlfriend are gonna go down a little bit further, and we'll go to where I know there's for sure some fish. I just wanted to try up in here. I'd rather go down to my little honey hole where it's easier to get down to. Alrighty, boys. We crossed the road, and now we're at one of my honey holes here, which is well beaten down because someone's been coming and fishing this spot out pretty heavy. We just have to hope that no one got as lucky as hopefully we will get here, given I have fished this spot quite a bit, so I know what works best for the most part. Now what I'm hoping we can get a good trout here, even though it's fished really heavy. See what we can get. Yeah, it was like this last time I was here too, boys. This spot used to be a great honey hole, and last time I was here I didn't catch anything in this hole. This is the one downside to fishing, is when someone finds your honey hole, some people have no decency and they'll literally fish it until there's no fish left. And that just ruins fishing. So if you're one of those people that goes to fishing spots and catches and keeps every fish out of the hole, then you need to have some better merits. It's just so frustrating when some people want to fish and you just fish a hole out until there's nothing left in here at all. Fish on, boys. Nice. I'm not sure if this is a keeper. He looks like he might be a little small. Let's get the net here. He's not horrible, but I don't think he's quite an eater size. All right, we got him in the net. Trying to keep him in the water here. He gobbled that down pretty good. There we go, boys. Not a huge trout, but I'm gonna stick him back in there. Hopefully he gets a little bit bigger, and hopefully we can come back and catch him later in the year. That's if someone else doesn't beat us to it. He was sitting up closer to the water though. We had a bite, we had a bite. All right, there's still more up in there closer to the water. Let's get back up in there. Fish on, boys. That's a better trout. Oh, that's a keeper, boys. Oh, that's a nice brookie. Oh, boys. This is a really good brookie. This is my best one from this hole ever. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, nice. Nice. Oh, boys. This is the best brookie I've ever gotten out of this hole. Oh my goodness. He almost hooked us up. I'm gonna bonk him out, boys, before I get this hook out, because we're gonna keep him. We're gonna cook him up. He's such a good brookie. Goodness. Oh, boys. Look at him, boys. That is the best brookie I've caught out of this brook. Nice. He is pushing 12 inches. He's got some pretty decent girth to him. Look at him. What a beautiful brook trout. Nice, boys. Let's go. I was really starting to think that we weren't going to get it done here today. Up near the road, I actually saw a bobber that someone had left. And I was like, well, that's not a good sign. That means someone came in here and probably fished it out. And it was slow for a while here, but we finally got it done. He was actually sitting on the right side where the water's coming down, and he wanted it bad. He took it real hard. Let's see if we can get out there and catch another good one. I think most of them are sitting on this right-hand side, right up in there. Let's see if we can get another one. So some of you might be wondering what technique I'm using for fishing a tube like this. I'm casting it in, I'm letting it sink down. That seems to be when they're biting it, and I'm kind of just feeling for the tension and setting the hook. But on my way in, just giving it little jigs, letting it sink again, and just gonna keep repeating the process all the way in. Just little jigs, let it sit, and just keep on doing that. That way it keeps having that nice slow sinking motion, drives the trout nuts. I'm almost out of my Panther Martin spinners, which I usually love using in roadside fishing holes like this. So I already had a tube tied on. I was like, I'll just use the tube here for today. So I've had good luck with the micro tubes as well. It's super cool though that we got that nice big brook trout. This is the first time ever I've caught a nice big brookie out of here. At first I thought I foul hooked a smaller one, because usually that's what happens. We just got bit. See if we can get him to bite again. Whoops, caught a big one. Let's fix our tube up real quick, boys. Looks like we're a little tangled there. Perfect. There's gotta be another one in here somewhere that wants to play around. We just caught someone else's line, boys. Yep, we caught someone else's line. They were using a big old hook. That is very not necessary for a small hole of brook trout. As you can see, the comparison of hooks that I'm using versus what they were. And I think this is their first time trying to catch brook trout, because they were using bass line. This looks like 20-pound test. That is crazy. I'm gonna set that in the net. We're gonna take that out with us so it doesn't litter the water here. Alrighty boys, we're gonna tie up maybe a small spinner real quick, and that'll be our last chance to try to catch another trout here. We're also running low on time. We actually have a storm coming in here soon, so we don't have a whole lot of time here. So we'll do one last bait switch. We'll switch to something that maybe will work a little better in here. Alright, I'm gonna use something that I haven't used yet. This is actually a new for me. I'm just gonna tie on a little bucktail. Now I've used the black bucktails before, but with not much luck, that is with saying. So I do want to try out a nice bright color bucktail. I'm curious if we're gonna get something on this, but I am only gonna give it a couple casts, and if we don't get any luck, then we're gonna go ahead and start up the catch and cook here. Since we have a storm rolling in, I don't want to get caught in that. But either way, if we do catch another trout, I'm just gonna let him go. We already got the trout that we wanted for a catch and cook, so I don't really need a second one. That one's plenty enough for me. He's actually nice and long and has some good meat on him, so that should be plenty enough for us. No need for us to get greedy. Make sure to pack our tag ends away here. Always make sure to take care of your garbage and don't leave a bunch of line everywhere like this guy did. But if you do see something out in here that's not supposed to be here, pack out what you can. At least leave the water a little bit cleaner than what you came into. Oh, this looks really good. All right, come on. Give us some luck here. All right, boys, we're gonna come up here and cast from up here real quick. Just gonna do a quick switch up of the angle. I see a trout messing with it. He did not bite though. I've been kind of jigging this. Let me just try reeling it in. Nice and slow. All right, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna go down just a little ways. I'm not gonna go very far. I'm leaving our trout up above because I don't plan on going very far down in here. But I just want to see what we have maybe lurking down below here. I see one hole that we'll try down here. The only reason I'm coming down in here a little ways is because I really want to see if this bucktail works. I'm not going to base what I did up there on if it works or not, because we were fishing that hole pretty hard. So yeah, I don't think there's any trout in this little hole. I would go further down in, but we just don't quite have the time for that. I'm just gonna make my way back up here real quick. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and gut this trout out. We'll have ourselves a nice little catch, clean, and cook here. I really am super surprised that we were able to get that nice of a brook trout out of this hole. With how heavy this hole has been fished, it's very surprising that we were able to get a nice brookie like that. So I do have another spot that's very similar to this, that's further upstream from here. I'm really curious to see how that's been fished too. Usually the one up above isn't fished as heavy as this one down here. So we're gonna have to try that out here pretty soon. I think that's what I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave this tied on, and maybe within the next week or two, we'll go to that other hole, see if we can get a nice trout just like this. But let's get our cook stuff out. Let's clean this trout and let's have us a nice cook here before we get stormed on. Alrighty, boys, let's go ahead and clean this trout up. This seems like a pretty good spot. I'll just go right here in the water. So this is the same kind of method that I used last week, just on a different kind of trout here. So we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go up through the rear end. We're gonna cut all the way up. Go all the way up to the gill plate, all the way up. And then what we're gonna do, go right through the lower jaw here, inside, in one side, out the other. Go ahead and cut right all the way up through the jaw. Go ahead and stick your finger in through the lower jaw, go right where the tongue is. And then what I usually do is I reach right into the gills here, just like that. This fin stayed, but usually both of them come. Sadly, this was a female trout. It's too bad you can't really know too much with brook trout before you gut them. It would have been nice to have another female in here with some good genes. I'm gonna come over here to this rock real quick. I'm gonna take this other fin right on off. That's all pretty much bones anyways. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the head right off. All right, there's the head. We'll throw that in there for the animals. We'll go ahead and score the kidney and get all that on out of here. Set our knife down. Let's go ahead and push that kidney right on out. Get all that blood right on out of there. Give it a good wash. Get some of that slime coat off of there. Brook trout is obviously one of the slimier of the trout, but most of that'll cook off anyways. So sadly, this is pretty much the flattest rock we have around here. Usually I would look for something a little flatter, but around these areas around here, you gotta take what you can get. Go ahead and get our cast iron. If any of you ever wanna come out and do this catch and cook stuff yourself, I highly recommend you do. And if you do, you can get a nice portable stove just like this. You can pretty much find these anywhere. You can find them on Amazon, find them at Walmart. You can pretty much find them anywhere you go. You can find them at Cabela's, Bass Pro, or you can just get yourself one of these butane tanks, which usually lasts you a good while. And it's really not expensive to come out and do this yourself, and it's super easy. It doesn't take much at all. Now one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my trout over here. This flatter right here. I'm gonna do some scores in them. Since this trout is so fresh, you pretty much have to score the meat on these. And with brook trout, I usually give it 3 or 4, depending on the length. This one's pretty lengthy, so we'll do 4 scores on each side. This side, we're just gonna do 3. It's being a pain in my butt. All right, as per usual, we're gonna hit it with the Dano's Original. To anyone who's new, Dano's is my favorite. Dano's is my favorite catch and cook seasoning. It's just super subtle. It's nothing too extreme. Some of these seasonings can get a little overbearing sometimes, but Dano's has just got a nice taste to it. Highly recommend trying some Dano's. And no, that's not sponsored. Let's go ahead and get some oil in the pan. A little bit more. Let's go ahead and get the stove fired up. I usually like to go in a very low heat setting. It just helps it so it doesn't burn. Our pan's a little unleveled. It's not very level, so That's all right though. This trout's gonna be so good. I think this is the biggest brook trout I've caught this year. I don't know. I might have to check that out, or you guys can check it out and let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is the biggest brook trout I've caught this season, which says something about how rough the fishing season's been this year, at least for brook trout. I've caught some pretty nice brown trout, and I caught some pretty nice rainbow trout. But when it comes to brook trout, it's been a little finicky this year. It hasn't been as good. But I am happy that we got to catch a nice brookie today. Let's get that in the pan. We could probably turn the heat up a little bit. I think we're starting to run out of butane and have to get another canister. Yeah, this is definitely the best brook trout I've caught this year. It just barely fits in the pan. Just caught a little snail too. We'll throw that in for the brook trout. Well, while we wait for that, we'll do the usual. Pretty much every video, I take a moment just to thank you all. I still just can't believe the amount of support we've had on the channel this year. And that's all thanks to all of you who have clicked and watched the videos for longer. I have seen a great influx of views. I've seen a good influx of watch time. So again, thank you all so much. We're so close to getting monetized. So if you guys wouldn't mind helping spread the word of the channel, you can either share it on social medias or just let your friends know. I really do enjoy making these videos for you all. It's just fun to get out in the wilderness and just explore and have a good time out here with you all. It's just a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this. But if you guys wouldn't mind too, we have a merch store down in the description below. If you guys want to check that out, you don't have to buy nothing. Just go check out the cool designs we have on there. We've got a separate logo on the front. We've got a bunch of designs in the back. Currently, I don't have one on because I actually got out of work and just immediately headed to do this video. So I don't have one on at the moment. But if you guys want to check that out, links down in the description below. While we let this continue to cook, I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up some of the mess we've made over here. We're gonna need these. This trout is just about done. We'll give it one more flip for the other side. Crispy golden brown, just the way I like it. We do have a couple sections that are a little burnt, but that's mostly because it's so uneven here that I can't really get the fish to stay where the oil is. But we're gonna go ahead and cut this off now. We'll let that cool off, and I'll just continue to put some of this stuff away. Can't forget to grab this line, the line with the hook from someone who came here and just completely littered the place. I'm actually just gonna stick that right in our neck. That way I can stick it in the back of my truck so we don't forget it. That storm's actually gonna be here pretty soon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna eat this trout even though the pan hasn't really cooled down yet. I wish that there was a way for all of you to smell this trout through the video, because it is phenomenal. Just look at this. Ooh, let's take a good bite of this. Oh man, oh, that is so good. Goodness gracious. Just the flavor of this trout is incredible. The way the Danos just doesn't overtake the flavor of the trout. Oh man, this might be one of the best brook trout that we've eaten this year. That is good. Flip it over to get some of this backside. Look at that, crazy good. It's hot though. Whew, that bite was really hot. Well, it's starting to get a little dark out here. I need to eat this trout quickly, so I'm gonna stop talking to you guys. But that's gonna conclude another video of Fishing with Sepper. Again, thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw today. I'm looking forward to see what kind of video we can get for you all next week. So I think that's a good place to wrap this up. We'll catch you guys in next week's video. All right, see you later, guys. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fishing with Sepper video. Today we're at one of my favorite fishing spots ever to come fish. The spot has changed a bunch from the flooding. I actually can't believe how much it's changed. Today we're trying to beat the weather. We have a bunch of rain coming. Definitely going to cause some more flooding at my fishing spots. So I need to get a video out for you guys. And today we're doing something a little different. I got a summer squash from my garden. I've been getting a bunch of summer squash from my garden recently, and I decided, you know what? I want to have a side dish with my trout, so I'm really excited about this. And we're gonna slice this up. We're gonna have it with our trout. It's gonna be super delicious, but we gotta beat the rain here today. So I don't wanna ramble on too much. I wanna get fishing. And if you guys have not seen my videos before, you should see the other videos of this fishing spot. It has changed tremendously. Big boulders getting moved. The spot has rearranged a ton. So let's get you guys on the hat. I want to show you guys around here and we'll get fishing and get this video done. All right, so if you've seen my videos before, you might recognize this spot just by looking at it. Now look down here. These boulders have just moved this place around and it has changed so much. I mean, it used to come down this side too, and now it's completely changed. It's just running down this one side. We actually have a new hole right here we can fish. But first, I want to fish my big hole up here. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna set our summer squash right over here. This is where we're gonna set our fish too. Now this hole used to be huge. I mean, this is all new here. This is a new beach. Completely changed the way this is. And there's just so much debris here. It might actually be a little tricky to catch a fish out of here. Oh, fish on, first cast. Oh, he came off, he came off. No, he came off. Okay, there's gonna be more in here for sure. This debris is making it a little difficult. We're gonna have to try to work around this debris. There's a bunch of it. Someone's gonna have to come down here and clean this up. Oh man, this is some squishy stuff too. Oh, he's got bit. Oh, a bunch of little ones. We're gonna be catching a lot of debris here for sure, which is fine. It's gonna take us a little bit longer though to hopefully catch a big one. Oh, okay, decent one, decent one. I'm gonna cast from over at this side here. Oh man, this spot has kind of gotten ruined. I mean, this spot was huge. I mean, we're just catching so much debris here. It's actually worrying me a good amount because we're on a race of time here. I'm gonna have to kind of cast way over. Oh. All right, decent bite. I think we're pretty much gonna be forced to cast from the same area over here. Good fish. Oh, good fish. Decent. Decent brookie. Not sure if he's gonna be an eater size, but he's a decent one. Nice. Oh, he might be an eater for sure. He's bigger than I thought. Oh yeah, he's gonna be an eater, I think. Let me wet my hand real quick. He's got to make sure he doesn't come off. Oh yeah, he's an eater. Oh, he came right off. Nice, look at him. He's nothing too big, but he'll eat for sure. Maybe we can get a second one too. That's what I'm hoping. Let's go ahead and bonk him out. Put him out of his misery. There we go. Look at that. Some good old trout and a good summer squash there. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. Everything we're eating here today is sourced just from myself. Got that veggie out of my garden. And if you all want a garden update, let me know. I'll show you guys my garden. I got 2 nice raised beds. I got pumpkins, summer squash, zucchini. I got some purple beans. Some good stuff. Oh. We just had one straight up bite it without even retrieving it in. I kind of want to cast over to this left side and bring it where there's no debris. There we go. There's some good ones in here. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Fish on. Oh my goodness. I hope he didn't spook the others. He came rushing in for it. He was a decent one, probably about the same size as the other. There's some decent sized trout in there. Ah, so much debris. All right, we're gonna do something right here. I don't know why, but I think there's a trout in here. It just looks real fishy. I mean, even if there wasn't one in there, it'd be spooked. But I'm gonna give that big hole a break. I don't want to cast in it too much because it's not as big as a hole as it once was. So I don't need to spook that hole out completely. We have this hole here though. Not sure if any fish escaped into this little hole, but we're gonna take a look. Our spinner wasn't working. Little one. It's a small little guy. Surprisingly enough, this did open up a good amount. So I'm gonna leave our fish and our summer squash up here. We're gonna make our way down because this is all changed up in here. It's way different. Now that this river is rerouted, we might have some nice new fishing holes down here. And I haven't really ever got to explore down here. Not this easily, that is. So this is cool. This is almost like fishing a new fishing spot. But given the big hole that's the main attraction of this spot is pretty much ruined. I mean, it's still deep enough to have some nice trout. This hole here is super, super deep. I mean, there's got to be something right in there. Huh. It gets super deep under these roots right here, which I thought would be good. It's not that great. With this being the way it is, I could actually traverse a good ways down in here. But I'm going to leave my trout and summer squash up there because we'll make... But I am curious to adventure way down in here. You just never know what kind of fish is lurking. Nothing in there. These holes are a little bit more difficult. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for rain droplets. Because as soon as we get rain droplets, we're going to have to head right on up and start this cook before it gets too crazy. But we're on a race with time here, so it's kind of brave that I'm going this far down away from the prime fishing spot. But I mostly want to look down in here. Looks like maybe we could have something good around the corner. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm going to have to traverse way down in there, and I just don't think that's going to be possible today. But we're going to come back, for sure. We're going to come back and fish that spot. I've adventured my other holes way down in, just like this one. But we're going to have to save that for another time. This spot's most likely going to change again, too, with this flooding that's going to happen here today into tomorrow. So, we got to hurry it up here. I don't want to get caught in too nasty of stuff. Plus, you never know when lightning's going to strike, too, because that's possible. But I know that there's some more fish up in this hole up here. They're all biting. But the problem is there's so many of them that they're all rushing to bite it as fast as they can, which means that they're not getting an accurate hit on it. But with how many there is in here, they're all just trying to get it first, so they're rushing to it. Alright, come on. Nothing on that cast. I want to try it over on this side, but so much debris. Oh, yeah, we got a bite. That was a good one. That was a really, really nice trout. Oh, I need to get in there again. That was a good trout. He's sitting directly in the middle. Ah, this debris. Oh, man. What I'm starting to think is that maybe a tube would have been better here today with all this debris in here. Yeah, because we're skimming the top of the water. Just look at all this, like, dead wood floating on the surface. It's causing some problems. All right, we're going to let it sink. But I'm going to cast over to the left a little bit, let it sink, and hopefully we can maneuver around here. Oh, no. Yeah, this debris is just so difficult. I mean, just look at this. The debris is just impossible. I hope it doesn't scare the trout away, too. That's my main concern right now. I mean, look at this. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to give it one cast from over here. And if it just gets too difficult, we're going to switch it up. We're going to have no other choice. We were getting some good hits right there. They're sitting on this other side here, for sure. Trying to jig it through in the nasty stuff, but oh, we had a good fish there. We had a real nice fish bite. Holy. He might have been hooked up. At first I thought it was some debris, so I didn't set the hook, but I'm getting some good bites down in there. Good bite, good bite. Come on, something come for it here. They're sitting way up in there. Yeah, we have some possible stuff coming over top of us here soon. We're gonna have to wrap it up here. We'll give it a couple more casts, and then we're gonna go ahead and start cooking our food here. Oh, that was a good fish. Ah, man. It's this little debris that's getting caught up in the spinner. It's causing a problem. One of my big concerns too is I don't want to get caught. Like, I don't want to start this cook halfway through and just have it start downpouring on us. I'm just hooking debris left and right. Oh. He was kind of hooked up for a second, but he was swimming towards us, so I didn't notice. Oh man. I'm just a little curious here. Instead of going casting way far out, I'm just gonna cast right where I can see right there. Yep, we got bit. A couple of them. All right, they're sitting right in the middle. Right in the middle. Right in there. I bet you if I set the hook, yep, I feel them nibbling it. But this debris, oh my goodness. Well, I got a big piece of debris out of there. We just got a good bite. That kind of worked that time around. I honestly wish I had a pool net where I could just start getting all this nasty stuff off the top of the water. Ooh. We were just getting good bites, but it's just not hooking up. I don't know what the deal is here. Oh my goodness. This tree bark and everything else. Oh yeah. All right. We'll finish off over here. I want to catch another trout before we do anything. If we can just catch one more trout, I don't care what size. I just want to catch another trout, that's it. I'm starting to think that these trout are not carrying at this lure. I'm starting to think that maybe I can free up some of this debris to keep going down. Oh, there's a big spider on there. No thanks. Stay away from that. But that did free it up a little bit. I wonder if I can just keep kicking it along here. We just need to get this water flowing. All right. Go ahead and keep trying to fish here. Oh, we just had one, boys. No. I just need one trout. That's it. I want to catch one more trout. Good fish, good fish, good fish. Nice, good one, good one, good one. Better than the first, better than the first. Come on, come on, come on. Up on the bank. Yep, got him. Hoo, 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 hoo. Nice. He might be just as good as the first. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's go. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, but we have enough trout where we can get ourselves a good cook going here. I think this one's a little bit fatter than the first one. Maybe a little bit longer. I want to go ahead and bonk him out. That way we can go ahead and get this cook started. Go ahead and put him out of his misery. There we go, boys. Yeah. Both about the same length, but this new one is fatter. Nice. I do feel sprinkles coming. We have patches of blue sky. Nice. Let's get a quick wash on these guys here. Oh, there's that big spider. He almost washed right down onto us. I hate spiders. Man. Whoo. That's crazy. We'll go ahead and wash it right down here. Nice. All right, I think what we're gonna do, I might pick a nice rock down here where we can do a good cook. Yeah, we're gonna come down here. Oh, I'm so glad we were finally able to get another trout. It took a while, but we got it done. It is starting to sprinkle down. I don't know if I'm gonna have to go home or not. I don't know when it's gonna start raining hard, but all right, it looks like right here will probably be our best shot to do this cook. Now I'm hoping we don't run out of time. As you can see, we have these little patches of blue sky, and it's really dancing around us right now. Luckily, the radar I was looking at showed it was coming right for me, but maybe we'll be able to get this cook done without a problem. Hopefully. I'm also running out of butane, so it's getting a little scary there. Now, one thing we gotta make sure we do quickly here is I really do need to get gutting these fish, and I need to cut up my summer squash. So we're gonna just go ahead and gut these fish real quick. Usually I give a rundown, but you can kind of get a gist just by watching me do it here. Even though we have some blue sky around us, the weather could change in an instant. So We gotta be pretty quick here. All right, perfect. All comes out one swoop. Oh man, we got a female with some eggs here. That's a bummer. Can't save them all though. That's all right. We'll go ahead and score the kidney here. Nice. Let's go ahead and do this other one. I'm just gonna take one of these home. The other one I'm gonna eat here, but I'm not gonna cook both because my pan is not quite big enough to fit both. It might be actually, but I still gotta eat dinner when I get home too. This isn't gonna be the only thing I eat tonight. This is more like an appetizer. But I'll save the other trout and I'll freeze it up and save it for a later day. This one's got more teeth, so I think this one should be a male if I had to guess. Let's see. Yep. This one's a male. Throw it into the water there, something will get it. Go ahead and score the bloodline on this one too. Alright. Now, we gotta go ahead and wash this blood out of here. Probably come down to one of these nice clean puddles down here. Plus the spider was up there. I ain't about to mess with no spider. I'll go ahead and clean these out. Alright. There's that one. I want to go ahead and actually set him somewhere where he won't get dirty. This rock is not too bad. Let's go ahead and get this other one going. And I still have to choose which one I'm going to cook here today. Here we go. Got both of those cleaned out. Luckily it does look like we have God on our side today. I mean, I was looking at the radar and it was going right above us and it's just clearing right up. If that's not the works of a higher power, I don't know what is. All right, let's take a look here, set these down. I'll probably do the chunkier trout. I'll cook that one up here today. I gotta kind of sit on the ground here. Do gotta whip our pan out, as well as our oil. Actually, I forgot that I still have to cut up my summer squash. I'm so used to just having trout that I completely forgot about the summer squash. So just to save on time, I'm gonna do some strips here. The ones with a bunch of skin, I'll probably save those. But the long strips will actually help make it so we don't have to spend so much time cooking. And try not to do too thick of strips too. Every time there's a big wind gust, I'm like, oh boy, is it gonna be now that it's gonna start raining? So this is so cool though. Being able to come out here and just cook what you catch yourself is absolutely amazing. I think what I'm gonna do though, I got these 3 nice strips here. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'll actually leave these out here for nature because these 3 strips are actually really nice. So, and what we'll do is what I'll do is I'll cook the trout at the same time and I'll just alternate off those. Maybe. Actually, no, I gotta start with the summer squash first. That might take the longest. Go ahead and grab our lighter here. I think I do need a rock though to level this out. I don't want it to be too off level here. Find a nice flat rock. That's actually pretty decent. There we go. Nice. Alright. That's a little wobbly. I need to make sure that whatever we do, this does not fall on me because that'll be a emergency situation that we don't need. We'll save the oil just in case we need some more. I'm gonna go ahead and redo this a little bit. Let's get that oil around the pan. Look at that. It's perfect. I am gonna season this with some Danos too. Danos Original. I'm gonna season up this summer squash. Ooh, a little too much there. Spread it around, spread the love. Go ahead and season up this other side. Be a little less generous on this side. I love seasoning, but we loaded a little too much on the other side. I need to get a second one in the pan too, if I can fit it. Just barely can fit it. This is so cool. I just hope I have enough time to get the trout too. The clouds are moving this way and I can't really see what's behind me over here. I mean, it could really start raining at any moment. All right. Figured in the meanwhile, I might as well just set you all up over here while I cook this up. summer squash is coming out great. Probably gotta turn the pan down just a little bit. But while this is cooking, I also need to get my trout ready to go here. We'll set this one over here since we're not eating that one. I gotta put some scores in this meat. Well, this camera angle is probably not the best. Go ahead and set the head over here. The summer squash is looking really good. I do want to put a little bit more oil in the pan just for the dry side because it's still not really level that well. We'll go ahead and season our trout too while we're at it. We need to utilize every last second of time we got here. This is the inside. Perfect. These two should be done here pretty soon. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably cook the trout and this last summer squash at the same time. And this summer squash here, I'm probably gonna have to put on this rock. I don't have a plate, and my bag's not really big enough to have a plate either. So we just gotta make the best of what we got here, honestly. So can't go too wrong. Go ahead and turn this down a little bit. We're creating quite a bit of smoke, and I don't want any concerned citizens come down here and start losing their mind, you know, which I doubt they will. I mean, the road is right here, right next to me, so you never know when someone could drive by. People have been driving by already. They probably think I'm crazy, or they probably think I'm homeless, one or the other. But oh yeah, let me get you guys a look at this real quick. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh man, look at this side too. Gorgeous. It's perfect. I gotta go ahead and take these off. I'm just gonna stack them right here on this rock. They gotta cool down anyways. Go ahead and stick that in there. We'll stick our trout in here too. Season up this side of the summer squash. I think I accidentally cut this off. There we go. I accidentally turned it all the way off. This meat is so fresh that even with scores in the meat, it still wants to curl up. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more oil. This oil is just pretty much evaporating right out. Whew, this trout is cooking really fast. It's starting to get a little too golden brown for my liking. It is starting to burn for sure. Start taking the fins out of here. I just really don't want this trout to burn. The summer squash and this trout shouldn't be going for too much longer. It's cooking actually really quick, so we got that working for us. I'm actually gonna set this trout on its back. Summer squash is almost done. We're actually gonna kick the pan off. This pan is gonna be super hot for a while, so we don't have to worry too much. Luckily, it looks like the weather's gonna hold out for us too. And if the weather does hold out for us, and we get this cook all done, then maybe we'll finish it off with a little bit more fishing. Usually after I'm done cooking, I don't fish anymore, but since we had to do the cook so soon after catching our first couple trout, I'd like to finish it off and fish all the way up until it starts to rain probably. I mean, we're gonna have the time to waste, so why not, right? Let's go ahead and switch spots with this again. Get this trout back in that oil. Summer squash is still really hot. Nice. Take a look at that trout. Just perfect. See, it's a little dark right here and over here, but it shouldn't be a problem really. But the summer squash is perfect. I cooked the summer squash absolutely perfect. So even if this trout doesn't taste the best, it's whatever. We still got the summer squash, which looks like it's gonna taste amazing. So I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this last piece of summer squash off. Nice. I wanna let this pan cool down for a little bit. We'll just leave the trout right here. We'll let it finish off. I think in the meantime, what we should do is clean up some of our stuff here. We'll get our stuff back in our bag. I mean, there's not a whole lot of stuff we need to put in the bag here. So we should be pretty good. I'm gonna put you guys back on the hat. While this cools down, let's do a little bit more fishing. And then we'll come back and eat after a little bit of fishing. Once we finish eating, we'll fully clean up. And then we'll probably finish off with more fishing. Depending on if the trout are biting still. If they're not really biting, then maybe we won't. I might change my mind though, actually, right now. The thought process when I'm doing these videos, I'm just gonna leave it in the video because I just want to keep it natural, you know? I don't want to cut out anything, make it too professional. I just want it to be me and the viewers here, all of you. We'll just be having a good time. It's just like we're both here, you know? So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and start eating. So I'll just go ahead and sit you down. We'll grab our fork. We'll have ourselves a nice eat session right now. All right, I'm gonna stick our last summer squash we had there down. Whew. Look at that. Oh man. Oh, that's good. Oh man. That is so good. Needs just a little bit of salt. Otherwise, the Danos is doing really good on it, but it's missing just a little bit of salt. So good though. It's nice to have a side dish with the trout. Usually I just cook the trout, but I was like, you know what? It'd be really fun just to come out here and cook some of my vegetables out of my garden too. That was a big bite. Well, super juicy though. Let me see this one. Look at that. It's super good. I think what we gotta do is we gotta start taking some bites of this trout here. All right, well, my DJI Action 3 actually just overheated. So I was like, well, there's nothing else I can really do except wait for it to cool down. So I got some cool cinematic shots. I still continued eating. I left the trout, but I decided that I was just gonna go ahead and eat the summer squash since I already got a nice review of that. But now we can actually finish off with eating our trout, which is super good, by the way. Also, if any of you have any seasonings that you like on your trout that you would like me to try, let me know down in the comments below. I'm looking to branch out and try a bunch of new seasonings. So let me know down in the comments below what's your favorite seasoning to use on any type of trout, really. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Oh man, that's good. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna eat this trout as fast as I can. It looks like we have some blue sky over us, luckily, but I want to get some more fishing in. So we're gonna cut to when I'm done this and we get everything packed up and we're gonna start in on some more fishing. All right, we'll see you guys then. So it looks like I got 17% battery life left here. That should give us just enough time to go ahead and keep fishing pretty much all the way up until we gotta go. I'm gonna leave our pan here for now. I'll probably fish for a good 15 minutes or so, but we're pretty much gonna wrap the video up as soon as the battery level gets too low. Let's see if we can get another nice trout. Nice one came for it. Whew, that was a decent trout. If we catch some more good ones, I might keep them too, just to have them to give the family and stuff. Oh man. The debris is still absolutely ridiculous. But as you can see, the weather's holding out for us pretty good. Luckily, we're super lucky. Oh, another good one. That might be the same good one that's in there that's trying to bite us right now. Ooh. He's about the same size as the other ones. He's not, I don't think he's bigger by any means. Oh no, what happened? I think we got snagged on something. Oh no. Well, it looks like we snagged up. Yeah, we broke off. Bummer. That's alright. It'll give me time to tie on something else. I'm not going to record me tying on anything else because I don't want to waste my battery life. So I'll just go ahead and cut to then. Alright, so this is what we got tied on here. I have another rooster tail. This one's all black and it has a silver spinner on it. Now, I don't think I remember having much luck with this color before, but it's worth a try here today. I just want to make sure it's not all bent, but I think it should work out just fine. Now, we only have 10% battery life, and we're pretty much going to fish all the way until it cuts off, so Let's keep it going. Fish on, boys. First cast with this. No way. And he's a good one too. He's still got a lot of energy. Let's get him up. Oh my goodness, he might be another keeper. Oh my goodness. No way. Let's see, what's the length on him? He's about the same size. I'm actually gonna let him go. I don't think I want to keep another trout here today. So let's try to get him off real quick. Ooh, that was almost bad. He's barely hooked, so we're gonna go ahead and get this out of him. Let him get right back in the water. Let him get bigger so that we can come back and catch him again sometime later this year. There he goes. Nice. He swam right off. Woo-hoo-hoo. Even at the end of the video, we're still catching fish out here. And it was with this different color that I don't remember having luck with. So, see if we can get another one. Nothing on that cast. That is cool though. I doubt we're gonna catch something else, but we still got some time to fish. Oh, there was another one. He came for it. He wanted it. Let's see if he'll still bite. He was sitting up in there. I wonder if they would still bite it if I was retrieving it in pretty fast. Let's see. Nothing there. Huh, maybe they like a nice slow retrieve. Oh, I just know that this video is gonna kick off any second. There's so much debris up in here. It's crazy. I'll try casting from a different angle. Alrighty guys, that's gonna conclude another video of Fishing with Sepper. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video with me today. We had such a good time fishing out here, having a nice cook with our summer squash from the garden and a nice brook trout. So thanks again for you all sticking to the end of the video. If at any point you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me, and it helps these videos grow to more people. So thanks again, and we will catch you guys in next week's video. All right, see you later, guys.